What is up, everybody? It is Monday Night Football. The Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be a really great game. It's going to be a really good game. Lamar Jackson, my fantasy quarterback. And if he scores about 47 points, I think I win in fantasy. You know what I mean? So Lamar Jackson, if you can get me like 47, 50 points, I'd really appreciate, you know what I mean? But we're going to have a good time over here. I know some people want to talk about the Packer game. And we can do that for sure. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. What is up, Frosty the Snowman up in the house? You know what I mean? First comment of the evening. You know what I mean? That deserves a little bit of an air horn. You know what I mean? Shout out to Frosty the Snowman over here. I got my profile pic changed. Oh, I like that. I didn't even notice that either. Frosty the Snowman. Dude, let's give a round of applause. We got to get that. Let's give a round of applause for that. I feel better about knowing that Frosty the Snowman is watching the stream. You know what I mean? Every stream, you are here a lot, Frosty, and I appreciate. You know what I mean? But we have a fantastic game. You know what I mean? In between, the plays, the quarters, whatever, while we're hanging out, we can definitely talk about the Packers. I know a lot of Viking fans, maybe some Bear fans, want to chip in about talk about the Packers. Detroit fans, they shouldn't be here. Their game is playing. You know what I mean? And we got the Penguin over here. You know, now the Penguin's rocking a cheesehead. Kind of just mocking me at this point, you know what I mean? But I blast him with a water hose. I swear I will. Matt, can Nicolay Law help me get money for emotional damage in the Packers game, dude? Yeah, dude. I've reached out. We're gonna figure this thing out. You know what I mean? We might need it because that was a rough one. Do you show the game or just talk play-by-play? I just do play-by-play. I can't show the game. They will shut it down immediately. I wish I could. It would make this show a lot better. You know what I mean? But the Manning the Manning brothers do it over on ESPN. But here comes the kickoff over here. We're gonna have a return from about the 11-yard line by the Lions. They're gonna be at the 25, trying to cut it in. He's gonna get to a 30. Hit the spin move. Now he's to about the 34-yard line. He's gonna be wrapped up. You know what I mean? And they're going to call those dead, I believe, about the 34-yard line. Let's have some fun tonight, you know what I mean? Hammer the chat. We're going to get to as many comments as we can, you know what I mean? But here we go. Go Pack, go. Shout out to Jason jumping in over here. Jared Goff, 82% completion percentage, 334 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I'm not sure. Is that season? Or is that, did you have a really good game last week? What was that? First down and 10. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. From the 33-yard line, he's got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to try to go up the middle. He's going to get a couple yards. No, he's still on his feet, but that's going to be about 2 yards. Go, Pack, go. We still crush this year. And we're going to talk about a lot of that throughout the evening. I got some stuff today. I really didn't do a podcast today talking about this game, this Packers game. So I'll chip in my thoughts over here. We'll get right to that, back to that comment, Deb. Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Where are they at? About the 35-yard line, just short of the 35-yard line. Second down and 8. He's back to throw. He's got time. He throws it right side. That's wide open, completed to a 40-yard line, and Williams is out of bounds. And there we go. You know what I mean? But let's get back to Deb's comment. Hey, Matt, hanging with you again. Go Ravens. Jair Alexander's out. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, he's not playing. Still got the injuries. Problem over there, but this was a good route. I don't know if it was a good route or horrible defense, but he was wide open. I wouldn't say it was a good route, like he didn't make them all miss, but he found that spot. Got to get props where it is. 13:48 to go in this first quarter. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle. Nothing there as the Ravens defense suffocates them. There we go, baby. You better believe we rooting for the Ravens in this thing. Simply a question, Frosty. You know what I mean? We got some Frosty questions going on over here. What's the beer of your choice tonight? I'm drinking the Bullets. You know what I mean? Drinking a Coors Light. I like Coors Light because first of all, I work at 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to get crazy with it. You know what I mean? But I like Coors Light. Tastes good, refreshing. 2nd and 13. Here we go. We're gonna have a run left side, and that's gonna be I don't know what we got about 5 or 6 yards there. Running backs wearing the number 0 still kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? Even wide receivers, even anyone really. Because 0 is a weird number. But here we go. We got out tonight. A lot of names I can't say. You know what I mean? Jair Alexander. I can say that one. With a knee still out. So here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. 3rd down and 6. He's got a man to his left. Where are they at? About 38 yards, 37 yards to the end zone. Ravens defense got to step up right here. St. Brown's in motion. Goff's back to throw. He's got time. Throws it. Middle of the field. A little bit to the left, but that's completed. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. What's up, John? Thanks for tapping in over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, he just ran right by him. I mean, that was kind of like a zone situation. But, yeah, the Ravens defense got to step it up right here. Here we go. Goff's going to be on the center. 1st down and 10. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to run left side. Nothing there. Oh, he found a little bit. About 2 yards. They had him behind the line of scrimmage, but let him sneak out of there. Do you guys like my hat? I sell these in my shop, you know what I mean? You got to represent the Homer hat, especially after a loss. You got to let them know. What's up, Rick? Good evening, bro. Cheers. Go Ravens. You know what I mean? Let's watch, so far, not so good. 2nd down and 8, the Lions, they're in the red zone. Ball to 16-yard line. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a running back to his left. He's back to throw. He's looking too much time. Throws the left side, and that's going to be completed. That's to Gibbs. Oh, my goodness. What is up, Sean? How you doing? Go, Pack, go. You know what I mean? Enjoying some Monday Night Football. I like doing these streams because usually I wouldn't drink on a Monday night, but I was like, I'm doing a stream, dude. It's like a loophole. Doing a stream, gotta have a few beers, you know what I mean? I'm watching the game with the boys, you know what I mean? And the girls, you know what I mean? 3rd down and 3. Watching the game with the people, I can't have a few drinks. 3rd down and 3, here we go. Goff's gonna be in shotgun. I believe that's Gibbs to his right. 10:35 to go in the 1st quarter. He's got a man in motion. He's back to throw. They're looking touchdown. He throws it to the dirt. Incomplete. 4th down and 3. So, Campbell, you know what I mean? 4th down. Dude, right here, dude, you got to kick a field goal. Bro, you're playing the Ravens. This isn't some chump team. Not to say the Ravens are the end-all, be-all, but the Ravens are a good football team. And those good football teams, when you failing on 4th down, when you just giving points away if they don't get this right here. But here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Now he's making some switches. Now he's going to be, no, he just changed some stuff at the line. Shotgun. Gibbs is going to be to his left. They're setting up. Play clock's down to 3. Goff's got the ball. He's looking. Throws it right side. That's completed for a 1st down. St. Brown. So they got it going. See, that was gutsy right there. You know what I mean? And when it works, you're a genius. But when it doesn't, man, that would have been bad right there. You give the Ravens the ball. They go right down there and score. They're just leaving points on the board, but they got it. So what are you going to do? Matt, did we give too much respect to Myles Garrett yesterday? I don't think so. I think that he's a big part of that defense. And the offensive line, dude, the Packers offensive line was atrocious, dude. But here we go. Goff's going to hand this thing off to Gibbs up the middle out of shotgun. And he's going to be really close. But no, marked short, 1-yard line, 2nd and goal. But no, I don't think that they gave him too much respect. But that offensive line, dude, that was the problem. I mean, obviously Jordan Love, everyone's on look at that interception, which was horrible. But here we go. We have a play coming up over here. So the ref's holding it up. Goff's going to be under center. 2nd down and goal. 9:20 to go in the 1st quarter. Going to hand this thing off up the middle, and that's a touchdown. Gibbs for the Detroit Lions. No celebrating over here, buddy. What's the word on Jair Red where he is inactive? Coach's decision. I don't know the whole situation over there. I know that he was dealing with that knee injury. I think that's the situation. You know what I mean? Oh, Philly boy is in the building. What's up, Philly boy, baby? Philly boy, friend of the show. You know what I mean? I think you're all friends of the show, but Philly boy's been here. Rick too, from the beginning. Here we go. Packers were too conservative on play calls. Just my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of things that went wrong with that Packer game. Here we go. We have the extra point. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be good. Here we go. Yeah, not today, bud. You know what I mean? Not today. But yeah, there was a lot that went wrong with that. I felt like the whole hype that the media was putting on, and the fans too, but fans don't matter. You understand? Like what I say, like people always say, like, oh, you hyped them up and this and that. But like I don't matter. Fans do not matter. But when the media, when the players get home and they're watching on TV, the Packers are Super Bowl, they're going all the way, they're doing this and that. Even though like 3 weeks before that, they were saying the Packers suck and getting Parsons doesn't matter, and then it's not going to work. But then they were hyping him up, and maybe some of the players felt in it, got wrapped up into that. Rasheed Walker said, well, we're going to go undefeated. But here we go. We got some merch going on over here. Thank you, Jerry. We got all types of good merch. TheMarriage.com. Get yourself some, Dallas game coming up. You probably won't get it in time for that. But a lot of people got that. So, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Dallas Cowboys will have a big win next Sunday. Dude, the Cowboys are really bad at football. I guarantee you the Packers win this game. I guarantee you. The Packers they kind of, got overconfident, started buying into the hype, got too cocky maybe. I don't know what happened, but the defense played great. So everyone talking about, well, you guys said you had the best defense. Well, yeah, the defense wasn't the problem. You allow only 13 points, you should win that football game. The offense wasn't doing it. The offensive line was atrocious. Special teams, was a mess. There was so much wrong with that. But like, people talking about the defense, like, don't even talk to me about the defense. The defense did their job. Put in a really bad situation at the end of the game to give up that touchdown. I got no beef with this defense. My only real concern going forward is the offensive line. Like that's my only real concern. I have no doubt the Packers are going to step up and they're going to play angry next week and they're going to beat the Cowboys. I have no doubt. But that offensive line is a problem. Like they can't play like that just because you're playing a team with a good pass rush. Like you can't. Like Jordan Love had no time, and obviously that interception that Jordan Love threw was horrible. I'm not giving a pass on that, but the offensive line was atrocious throughout that game. But that interception was bad. But what's up, Nick? So far, Ravens defense looks trash. Yeah, it doesn't look like that Ravens defense that we're used to seeing. You know what I mean? Bad play calling last week. Yeah, and I'll agree with that. I didn't like all the play calling. That game was bad, but I feel like that's going to be a wake-up call, and I think they needed it because I feel like the ego boost, like everyone was talking about how fantastic they are and the greatest thing in the world, you know what I mean? And when you start hearing that too much, I feel like, I don't know, you don't need that. Like I say, fans is different. Fans talk. Like, I talk. But like when the media starts doing it, I don't know, some players buy into it. Here we go. We're going to have ourselves no return on this kickoff. The Ravens are going to let this be a touchback. Frosty, we can't let our success mask our deficiencies. Let this happen. We were feeling ourselves too much, and it's a AFC team. You know what I mean? If you're gonna choke away and just like give up a game real quick one time, might as well be out of conference. You know what I mean? And like I made that joke, like, well, this is what they needed to get fired up to beat the Cowboys. Everyone took that so serious. Like that was literally a joke. That was me coping. You know what I mean? Fans cope. You've seen the Lions fans do it in week 1. You know what I mean? They were doing all types of coping. I was doing the same. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be under center. First down and 10. Let's see this Ravens offense real quick one time. Play action, looking to throw. Oh, and it's going to be completed to his tight end. And that's going to be our first down. Mr. Andrews used to be my fantasy tight end. Not no more. I forget what happened. I think I traded him. Sorry, bud. Had to go. Here we go. All right, we got Philly Boy in the comments over here. They were eating up Jacobs and should have stuck with Love's legs running on those misdirection plays. Yeah, I did like those plays. They were working. I don't love those plays all the time, but they were working. There was definitely some play clown situation. Here we go. Oh, I think we're gonna have an offsides over here. So Yeah. Neutral zone infraction on the Detroit Lions. You know what I mean? I like this comment. I'm not worried about the offensive line and love, but I am worried about the penalties and special teams. I'm worried about the penalties for sure. That's number one. But the offensive line, like how they played, you can't play like that. They have to figure out the whole Jordan Morgan situation too. I saw a lot of people talking about that. They keep moving him around. Put him in a spot, let him stick to it, let him perfect it. You know, let him get good at it because he in that game, you know what I mean. He was a liability. You know what I mean. First down and 5. But yeah, the offensive line was bad. You know, hopefully this is a bad day at the office to come back next week and get after him. Here we go. Lamar Jackson will hand it off right side. Mr. Derrick Henry, and that's going to be a first down for the Baltimore Ravens. You know what I mean? Have fun with the game, guys. Thinking of you. Appreciate you, Lori. Thanks for popping in over here. I appreciate it. We're watching. Hopefully the Detroit Lions lose, but right now, you know, they got the lead. Ravens on their first drive. They got a little something going here. Where are they at? But they're about midfield, just past midfield. 7:47 to go in this first quarter. Lamar Jackson, a little pistol action over here. What do they got working? He's going to be handing this thing off. Oh, no, he's going to keep this thing left side, and that's going to be a first down. And he takes a weird, awkward slide. Dude, I get fooled out by those so much. Like, every real good play action, it gets me. It gets me. What's up, Nick? Lions fans making fun of Parsons' penalties. Hutch always getting penalties this game. Well, dude, that is the thing. Like, when you're a pass rusher and you're, like, really aggressive, you're going to get those sometimes. It sucks, but like they're trying to get that step, you know what I mean? So like I think the great players they get got once in a while. Just like great cornerbacks get got because they're trying to go for that pick every now and again. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's gonna be in shotgun, empty backfield, 1st and 10. 37 yards to the end zone. He's back to throw. Quick pass, left side, and that's his tight end, and that's gonna be 8 yards. All right. Ravens got something going here. Parsons lining up offside is as bad as Clay Matthews and his dumb roughing the pass penalty. Yeah, lining up offsides, I don't care who you are, is just atrocious. There's difference between lining up offsides and kind of you try to get that jump and like you miss every now and again. And it shouldn't be every now and again. It should be like, you know, clean that up. But I get the kind of jumping every now and again. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. Kind of like a weird little formation over here, but they're going to run out of this thing and they're going to hand it off. And nothing. The Lions piled it up over here. That's going to be 3rd down over here, bud. Aggressive mistakes are better than mental mistakes. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. And even like I saw Aaron Nagler talking about this. I'm not going to try to steal credit for it, his thought, but I agreed 100% after he said it. Is like whenever the play clock's coming in, the play call's coming in, there's like 10 seconds. Like they have no time to really adjust and like do what they want to do. I feel like those play calls need to be coming in faster. They gotta have to have a more rhythmic offense because I feel like there's no offense over rhythm. But we're gonna have a first down to run up the middle, and Derrick Henry's running left side. 10-5 touchdown! Baltimore Ravens, baby! There we go! And that's what you want to see right there. Okay, penalty decline. All right. That's what you like to see when we watch the Lions play. The other team celebrating. You know what I mean? So here we go. We got a 7-6 ball game over here. And look at that scoreboard field. Remember where the scoreboard started? Now look at that thing. It's pretty. This was a nice play right here just by the offense. Maybe a really bad play by the defense, but that hole opened up. He kind of scooted left side. And there was nothing. We got Andrews blocking down here, but yeah, that was a beautiful thing. We have the extra point coming up over here. 6 play, 80-yard drive, and that's going to be a good extra point right there, bud. Jason, go. We can bounce back next week against Dallas, and that's the thing. Bounce back next week against Dallas, everyone forgets about this. I wouldn't say forgets about it, but, you know, you just move on. That was the AFC team that we lost to. Win next week. Go 3-1. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. All right. We're going to go to a commercial break. We will be right back after these messages. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolay Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolay! It's Nicolay! Nicolay Law! Feel force, baby!
What is up? We are back and we have ourselves a 7-7 ball game. What do you guys think about that commercial? I mean, I'm over here in the outer space and whatnot, you know what I mean? Shout out to the producer, Vince, coming up with all that stuff because I have no type of creativity to make any of that type of stuff. But we have the kickoff coming over here. And we're going to get a bit of the 3-yard line. He's going to return this thing. He's at the 15. He's at 20, 25. He makes the dude miss. No, he doesn't. But 33-yard line, he just bolsters through that thing. Here we go. James says Lions defense can't hang. Looks great up top. You know what I mean? Scoreboard used to be a whiteboard. It did. It used to be a whiteboard. That's how I started this thing. I didn't know what I was doing back then. I still don't. You in outer space, hilarious. You know what I mean? Shout out to Vince. You know what I mean? Show love to the producer of the show. You know what I mean? I'm going to get right back to that comment, Kevin, over here. First down and 10. Here we go. Goff's going to be on the center. They're going to start this thing at the 32-yard line. He's going to play action. Oh, he's got pressure immediately. He throws that thing away. That's going to be behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't know what they're going to call this thing. Is that just going to be incomplete, or is that going to be a loss of yards? I don't know if they're calling that a forward pass. Hang on, we'll get back to this. I want to figure out. All right, so he throws it from about, that looked like to me a forward pass. Slightly a forward pass. They called it a backward pass. So for losing a non-division team, it's still better to lose a non-conference team. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. Goff from under center. He's going to hand this thing off. They're going to bounce right side, but he gets bounced back. And that's going to be, he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be about a 2-yard loss. And that's going to be third down in the punt. You know, we're having a good time over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they're looking at this pass. That's a forward pass. At least diagonal, at least straight. Go Pack, go. Screw the doubters, you know what I mean? Let them doubt, dude. I want them to doubt. Third down and 19. Goff's going to be in shotgun. Let's see if they have a third 19 play in them. You're going to have a man to his right from the 23-yard line. Are the Ravens bringing a little bit of pressure? Goff's going to have time. He's going to try to screen pass this thing, and he's got room. He's at the 30 to about the 32-yard line. That's not going to be enough, dude. That's not going to cut it. And I know, let's see him go for a fourth down here, bud. Come on. I thought you guys were tough guys. Go for it on fourth down right here. All Monday Night Football hosts picked the Ravens. That's interesting. I didn't see that part, but they should. They should. I hope the Ravens win this game. Fourth down and 11. Here comes the punt. Me against the world is motivated. It is, dude. We don't want everyone on ESPN talking about how great you are. Look what happened. You lose to the Browns. Like, the Browns are the old, like, Lions. Actually, the Browns were like the Lions back then, too. They just still are there. Here comes the punt. They're punting this thing from about the 20-yard line or so. We're going to have a return from about the 15. He cuts it right side. He's at the 25, and that's as far as he's going to about the 26, maybe 26 and a half. He got lit up. 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Still in shock from yesterday. Green Bay better ball out next week. You know what I mean? And they're going to. Let's talk about that. So hammer the chat. You want to talk about this pack again? They're going to commercial here. We'll hang out. I got me a fresh beer. Bladder's empty. Let's talk. You know what I mean? I think the Packers are going to come out here slug it out against Dallas. I think everyone's gonna be hyped up too. Micah Parsons, came from the Dallas. They want to win there. The Packers are historically pretty good against Dallas in the last whatever. In the last however many years, not the 90s. Back then, we don't talk about that. But I feel like the Packers are in a good situation and fired up. Lost a game they shouldn't have lost, and it played worse than they want to play. So I feel like they have a lot to prove to themselves. They're going to come out firing. The Packers are going to dominate the Cowboys. I know. You think, hey, Matt, you're kind of biased. Yeah, read the hat, bro. I'm a homer. So I don't care. I think the Packers are going to win big. I know I said that this last week. Everyone was talking about this Browns defense, and I was like, dude, I don't think they're as good as people talk about. I was wrong. I'll say that. I was wrong. The Browns pass rush was getting after Jordan Love, was never comfortable. The offensive line was getting totally dominated. It was just a bad offensive game, but the defense did their job. Special teams, not so much.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Yeah, I be rambling over here, producer man. I still don't understand how we lost to the Browns. Yeah, I don't understand either. How did the offense forget to block? The offensive line was trash. Jordan Love made that really bad decision. I don't think he felt comfortable the whole game, and I think that's kind of how that happened. But I do feel like people are like losing faith in Jordan Love. That's the thing with the sports world and sports media is that everyone gets high up on someone. On a team, the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. Everyone at ESPN was talking about it, and then as soon as they lose, oh man, they they tricked us. They're not that good. The offensive line's an issue. This is that. Just like the Bears beat the Cowboys. Caleb Williams, I think there were 4 touchdowns. Everyone now they're raising Caleb Williams up. They're like, oh, Caleb Williams he's arrived. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been expecting this. And then next week, if he lays a dud, they're gonna destroy him. They're gonna drag him all over because that's what the media does. They want to lift people up. And then as soon as they mess up, they tear them down. And I don't mean that in the literal sense, but I'm talking about the sports world. That's kind of what they do. They lift teams up. Every year there's this team that's like the hot team, and they're like, oh, we're all in on them. And the Packers were that team for 2 weeks until they lost. They ain't that no more. But the Packers ain't done. I guarantee you, bet against the Packers. Bet against the Packers this year. A lot of great teams lost to some scrub teams. They got overconfident. They're going to get after it. Cowboys next Sunday Night Football, you know what I mean? But here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be under center. We're going to get back to the comments. I know I got a few probably. Play action, looking to throw. Oh, he's running out of time. Middle of the field, he finds his tight end for an 8-yard gain. Kolar, I assume that's a tight end, you know what I mean? Browns have a great defense. They do, and we've seen that, you know what I mean? Ramblin' Ramage, for those who don't know. The Ramblin' Ramage, that was my first podcast name. The Ramblin' Matt Ramage Show, or was it Ramblin' Ramage? Ramblin' Matt, I forget exactly what it was. But the Browns' front four is legit. It is. But the Packers should have been better with it. We're going to have a run up the middle here by Baltimore. That's going to be a loss of about a yard, maybe half a yard. Play the Bears still suck. We can do that. Mr. Producer, man, what we got?
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears
Did I just
still
miss a
suck.
touchdown? I don't think so. It's a replay, right?
Really suck. The Bears still
Dude,
suck.
that's my best dance I can do right now. You know what I mean?
The Bears still suck.
That's the best dance I can do right now. I thought I missed a play here. 3rd down and 3, but it's always good to play the Bears still. So here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Now he's got Flowers in motion. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got time. Tosses to the left side, and there's nobody there. That's out of bounds anyway. It's 4th down and 3. I don't know what was going on there. Parsons is going to have some Dak. Dude, I definitely think Parsons gets a sack. I don't think that you can stop it. I don't think that, he's just going to be on fire over there. He's going to have something to prove to old Jerry. I didn't think Caleb Williams was going to throw 4 touchdowns all season. Yeah, he had himself a game, you know what I mean? But the thing is, dude, they'll raise him up all week, talk about how great he is, let him lose next week. Here comes the punt. 1:52 to go in this first quarter, and we're going to have we have a flag on the play, though. 2-yard line, we're going to have a return, and he's trying to run across field, and he does not get nowhere but a 7-yard line. But we got the flag, and it almost hits me in the face. What's going on? Jordan always going to get the hate, not yelling, too passive, yelling, angry, black man, and narrative. Yeah, I get that. He's, and I think quarterbacks in general, so we have a hold on a receiving team. I think quarterbacks in general, if you if they're like in the media, like being aggressive and like it seems like unprofessional. Like the quarterbacks, especially in their early years, have to just shut up. Like Aaron Rodgers in his early years didn't say much, especially before he started. He didn't say a word, kind of like Jordan Love. But even like when he first started, he said all the right things. He wasn't trying to cause ripple feathers. I can't talk, but once they start playing a few years, they get confident. They kind of feel like they have a voice, and then they kind of say what they want. But right now, Jordan Love can't say nothing. I mean, he's just not gonna. Here we go, Joey. How we doing tonight, Matt? Not gonna lie, seeing the Vikings and the Bears have blowout wins makes me think the division might be just as tough as last year. Time will tell. Go Pack, go! Yeah, that was kind of the bad thing about yesterday. The Packers lost, and then we watched the other division teams to kind of get after it. But I mean, the Vikings, what did they blow up? They blew up the Bengals the first week after Joe Burrow. With no Joe Burrow, so you know what I mean. It was a good win for them, but we'll see. Like when they play like really good teams, and the Bears blew up the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are a good team. Like no, if the Cowboys and the Packers are a really close game, all right, give us the Bears some credit. I mean, I will give Bears credit for that win because I don't care who you're playing. They played a good game. You know, Caleb Williams had 4 touchdowns. The Bears are not a team that worry me, but you have to give them credit for that. I think both those teams you probably have to give credit, even though I don't want to because I'm a very biased fan. But you know, let's give him a little bit of credit. I don't want to give too much, you know what I mean? I don't want to get crazy with it, but we'll give him a little bit of credit. But now this game right here, I think is the most important game because Lions 7-7 against the Ravens. This is a good test for the Lions. You're playing a good team. You're playing a AFC playoff team, and you know can they beat good teams? Because week 1, you know, they didn't. They beat up on the Bears, and then the Bears got angry, beat up on the Cowboys. Like, so how do you figure this out? It's like sports math, you know what I mean? It's hard to figure out. All right, so what's up, Philly boy? You don't like Parsons, doesn't know the weak spots in Dallas offense. Watch him play 80% of the snaps. Yeah, and not only that, but like, he can give like tips on like, you know, I don't think that there's too much in that because I always say that like when a player, like we always talk about those Packer players going to the Vikings or Bears because they always take our players. I don't think there's too much in that because they're professionals. They kind of know. They watch film. They kind of know what you're doing anyways. But there are some little things that you can get from players. So hopefully we get like some little tricks. He's in the offensive room telling them what they like to do in certain situations. And even the offense, like he knows their offense. So I assume there's a little bit of that. I don't know how much it matters, but I think it doesn't not matter. You know what I mean? But here we go. First down and 10, 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Goff's going to be starting from the 2-yard line. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle, and they're going to move this pile past the 5-yard line. So the Ravens' defensive line just caving in right there. You know what I mean? Had him in a good situation. Montgomery ran right up the middle. Quick trip rules, and act it does. You know what I mean? I actually had some quick trip mac and cheese today. It was quite tasty. So here we go. Second down and 6. Goff's going to be under center. From the 6-yard line, he's going to hand this down. We have a flag on the flag immediately. And that he was wrapped up. Nothing there, but let's see what the flag is. You know what I mean? I like to pretend like I'm a real announcer. Let's say what the flag is. Let's see what he's going to say. Come on, get with it, bud. This guy's old. He's been calling games since 1986. Illegal formation. The tight end was covered up by the wide receiver. Can't do that. Even I know that. And Harbaugh was getting after it. Jenkins. He's like, what are you, stupid? He probably didn't say that. You know what I mean? I didn't have the feeling we could lose to the Browns. I thought it might be closer than I thought, and I was right. It was way closer than I thought. Third down and 7. But yeah, I was fooled by that. You know, I'm not a big believer in like what's that phrase people say when the bad teams can beat good teams? Anyways, here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's going to man to his right from the 5-yard line. Third down and 7. Come on, Baltimore. He's going to have time. He gets rid of it, and that's going to be a first down. For the Detroit Lions. Laporte. Didn't care for that. You know what I mean? I ain't going to lie to you. Didn't care for that at all. They will bounce back. I absolutely think the Packers will bounce back. They need to learn a little lessons. I saw Matt LaFleur talking about it, saying he didn't care for that we can win every game talk by Rasheed Walker last week. Here we go. Goff's gonna be under center. He's got a man in motion. Nah, that's gonna be out of the first quarter. We're gonna talk more about that. You know what I mean? Packers haters, we're gonna talk regardless. We lose, we're frauds. We pull off the win. We barely survived. We blew them out. They blew out a bad team. Who cares? Damned if you do, damned if you do. That is probably the best comment I ever got in my life. Man, that's probably the best comment I ever got in my life. Any given Sunday, right. You know what I mean? We're talking about best comments over here. We got to get the fireworks on the right one. No, that was that's spot on. It doesn't matter what you do when it comes to the haters. You know, obviously, like you expect the hate. Like when you lose, when the Packers lose, I expect everyone's gonna troll me. People on Instagram, they're gonna. Dude, I get tagged in so much stuff across social media whenever the Packers lose, and I deserve it because I talk that trash. But like people always say, like, oh, you shouldn't say that because if they lose, then what happens? People say words like that. That's the point of this. That's what's fun. I talk. I'm very confident in this Packers team, and I'm going to continue to talk. I don't talk stupid. I don't get crazy with it, but like I think this Packers team is a good team. This Packers team is going to be a problem. This Packers team is going to be like, you know, come playoff time, they're going to be a problem, just like some other teams are going to be a problem. But they're going to be in that mix. And we're going to see what happens. But I'm not too stressed out about a week 3 loss. The only problem I have with that loss is the fact that the offensive line. But right here, we got to check out the podcast, the Matt Ramage Show. Available everywhere that you listen to the podcast. Go ahead and go download it or whatever you people do. I don't know about the downloading that. Like even like I have Apple. I don't remember downloading one. I subscribe to podcasts, but I don't know the download thing. Anyways, subscribe to the podcast, listen to it. We got some good ones coming up. You know what I mean? Chris says best 2-0 team at home. There you go. I'm tired of the doubters of love. Yeah, the doubters of love are like crazy because Jordan Love, everyone's like praising him, kind of talking. He got really quiet. Then he loses the game, throws a bad interception. Everyone's crazy. But I will say this about the people who doubt Jordan Love because and they talk about that interception that he threw and like, oh, we have to go to Malik Willis and this and that. Well, then you couldn't have possibly lived through the Brett Favre days. Because Brett Favre was throwing like crazy interceptions, but he also did some great stuff. You know what I mean? And we hung through it and we got the best of them. But like people act like Jordan Love like leads the league in interceptions at all times. He threw like 11 picks last year. They act like he was a pick machine. Like Jordan Love is not a turnover machine like people make him out to be. That interception in Cleveland, horrible. That was horrible. I don't know what was going on there. That was horrible. Here we go. Jared Goff, 6 for 7 tonight. 73 yards. It's first down and 10. They're going to start this second quarter. Goff's going to be under center from about the 15.5-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. Play action. No, he's going to throw, and that's completed to the running back. And now he's trying to run left side. He's trying to make a guy miss, and that's going to be a first down. Got past the 25-yard line. Didn't look like it was going to happen, but there it was. That was actually a good play right there, and I hate to admit it. That was a good play. Took a lot of energy, too. You know what I mean? Packers fans are spoiled from Rodgers, who never threw picks. Yeah, and like, dude, I don't get the whole Jordan Love is like a pick machine thing. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people saying that I know live through Favre days, too, because they old. They on Facebook, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody young on Facebook. Here we go. Hey, I'm old too. You know, I'm with you. I appreciate y'all. But here we go. Goff's going to be play action, looking to throw. And now he's going to try to run up the middle. He's trying to, he slides. He knew his level of running skills. But that's going to be a nice little scamper over there. But that's going to be 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 over here. What is up, Luke? Sup, Matt? I love to come on and talk flyovers, how we execute them, and how they are horribly wrong sometimes. Dude, I would absolutely love that. If you're like in charge like flyovers and like you got the scoop on that, I would definitely like to hear about that. That sounds awesome. But here we go. Goff's going to be under center. He's going to pitch this thing. They got a wall left side. The wall wasn't enough. Oh, my goodness. Extra blocks, but the defense comes in and pushed him out of bounds for like a 2-yard loss. Oh, my goodness. Hey, but like for real, I want to get back to this comment over here. If you for real like have whatever like you're part of the flyovers, email me, matt@ramageshow.com. Hit me up. Dude, I would like to talk. That sounds like it'd be an interesting conversation right there. For the love of God, come on, Ravens defense. Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotguns. 3rd down and 8. He's got a man to his left. They're at, what are they at? Just short of the 30-yard line over here. He's back to throw. He's got too much time. Gets rid of it. 1st down. They're giving him way too much time. Down to about the 45-yard line. Cheers, bro. Hope you're having a fantastic evening over there. Jesse. People always said that stuff when Rodgers threw picks, even the GOAT Tom Brady threw picks. Everyone, all quarterbacks throw interceptions. Like, and people talked about Rodgers too, and they're like, "Oh, he's too conservative. He cares too much about his pick ratio, touchdown ratio number. He needs to be more aggressive." And Jordan Love's like, "All right, I'll do that." And they're like, "No, yeah." It's crazy. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. 1st and 10. Where are they at here? About the 43.5-yard line. They're going to try to run this thing right side. The pile just kind of blogged up there. That no hole at all. The Ravens plugged that bad boy. I almost said a word. What's up, Joey? You would think that Love haters saw the Love to Rodgers comparisons during the game over their first 30-something games, and it would being identical, you would think that they would stop hating Love. Yeah, dude, they don't get it. The numbers from Rodgers to Love in the first, whatever it is, 3 seasons as a starter, like whatever Love's at now, are pretty identical. Not to say he's going to be what Rodgers is, but I'm saying give him some time. Here we go. We're going to have a pitch left side by the Lions, and he's got some room. He's making some guys miss, and that's going to be just about 10 yards, close to the 1st down marker. We're going to see if it is 3rd down. They threw up the Rodgers live identical stats freaky. You know what I mean? I'll send you an email tomorrow. Hey, sounds good, dude. That sounds awesome. What's up, Aaron? Rodgers is still kicking it. You know what I mean? He is. I still root for Rodgers over there in, AFC land. All right, we're going to get back to the game. We'll get back to the comments. Goff's going to be under center. 9-play drive, 51 yards. He's going to hand this thing off, and they're going to try to, they got the 1st down, but you're going to get pulled back, but he'll get that 1st down. Sometimes legends take a little bit of develop. I wonder how many Colts fans wrote off Manning after he set a season record for interceptions. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Patrick Mahomes wasn't loved at first. Josh Allen wasn't loved at first. And you can go back on Twitter and find it. So, it's not hard to do. Like, I went back and saw when Patrick Mahomes was drafted. Chiefs fans were on Twitter just cussing up when he got drafted. Fans don't know. Just wait and see. Here we go. 1st down and 10. 10:34 to go. 2nd quarter. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's going to have pressure. He's back to throw. He does not have pressure. He should have, though. He tosses this thing right side to Gibbs, and there's going to be a flag on the play. We can beat Dallas, Lamb out, and Pickens will self-destruct. I think even with Lamb, the Packers will win this game. I don't think there's any situation where the Packers lose to the Cowboys. I hope you beat the Vikings. I hope I do too, you know what I mean? So we have a penalty here, but it is declined. I'm trying to catch up in his comments here. Don't put us in any national security risk. Here we go. 2nd down and 1. Let's crack a beer over here, folks. We got 7-7 ball game. 2nd down and 1. 10:22 to go in this 2nd quarter. They're going to be in a little I formation. They got a stat. They got Goff under center. They got 3 dudes behind him. You think it's going to be a run play? Probably. Here it is. It is a run play. That's going to be a 1st down to, he's going to get past the 30-yard line. Montgomery. A lot of options on that play. I actually like that running play. That's kind of a who's going to get it type of thing. Before last week's game against Washington, analysts said Love couldn't take hits and stay on his feet. Love must have saw that and proved people wrong and laid out the Washington player and still got more yards after the hit. Yeah, he went after. He lowered his shoulder. That's not what you want your quarterback to do. You know what I mean? That's not what you want. 9:40 to go in this 2nd quarter. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. He's trying to make some dudes move around. That's Laporte. And they're still in running formation over here. And they're going to run this thing up the middle again, and they can't stop the run. And that's going to be another 1st down for the Lions inside the 20-yard line now. I messed up the message. I meant Rodgers. I might have screwed. All right. I don't think I noticed it. Here we go. Philly Boa, nice to have a running game, something Favre Rogers lacked. No one likes Jacobs. No one liked Jacobs. Save yourself the cheeseburger love. No, I love Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs getting a little bit of heat too from fans, which I don't get. They're not real successful like with the run game. Like the Lions kind of shut down first half. But like they're trying to get it working. I think the offensive line, dude, they got to get better. We're gonna have a run here, left side by the Detroit Lions for about 2 yards. I love me some Josh Jacobs. I think he's a big part of this team, not just on the field, but in the locker room. Amont Green is pretty good. We're going to get to a whole running back situation out here. What about Sam Congato, baby? Put some respect on the doctor's name. You know what I mean? 14 plays, 80-yard drive, 8:30 off the clock, and counting. Here we go, 2nd down and 9. Goff's going to be under center. The 18-yard line. He's going to hand this thing off the middle. Why would you not run the ball? And they're going to get about a 9-yard, maybe an 8-yard run off this thing. Why would you ever stop running this ball? What are they averaging right now? Like on this drive, they got to be averaging like 8 yards a carry. Morgan has to stop false starting and block on field goals, dude. I feel like dude, like everyone talks about like bust. I hate the word bust because like it's not like they don't never give people enough time. But Jordan Morgan, dude, you know what I mean? I try to be positive, but Jordan Morgan, you gotta fix it, dude. You gotta turn it around. We're rooting for you, but man, here we go. 3rd down and 1. Goff's gonna be under center. He's gonna quarterback sneak this thing, and that's gonna be a 1st down. I don't know why I'm excited, just because I like football, but I don't want that to be a thing. I almost gave him the air horn, just because I was in the groove. You know what I mean? 16 play drive, 89 yards. We want the Ravens defense to clamp up. I'm in no way rooting for the Lions, and I never would.
Stop it!
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I got caught up in the whole thing. Here we go. Come on, Ravens defense. We got to turn it around. 1st down and 10. Here we go. Goff. What's he going to be in? Shotgun. He's going to man to his left. He's back to throw. He's got too much time. That's completed to Gibbs. And I think he's down before he got in the end zone. He got lit up a little bit awkwardly. He's all right, though. That's going to be just short of the goal line. Close to helmet, but I don't think it was. But he's definitely, his knee is down as we're looking at that. Still haven't seen one snap tonight. Morgan is supposed to be a left tackle. That's the excuse. Like my thing with Jordan Morgan is like put him in one spot. I saw a lot of other people talking about this smarter than me. Put him in one spot, leave him there. Let him get comfortable. Let him get good at one thing. Stop moving him around. But yeah, we need him to play better. He didn't have a good game. 4 seconds on the play clock, 2nd and goal. Goff's going to be in shock. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle. And then I think he got denied. They're saying he's short. Now they're saying touchdown. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know if he was, yeah. I mean, you don't see the ball cross. Oh, yeah, you do. What are you going to do? I tried, dude. I tried to fight it. That's a touchdown. I can't get the game, but how is the legendary John Money doing in tonight's game? Sounds like Lions quarterback doesn't want to throw his way. I don't think he's playing. I don't think Jair's playing. Is Jair active? I don't think Jair's active in this game. That's what I seen before the game, and I haven't really been paying attention real closely, but I don't think he's playing. We got 5:47 to go in the 2nd quarter over here. 13-7. I think this NFC North is going to be tougher than we think, folks. Not that we didn't think it was going to be tough, but I don't think the Bears are an issue, but I do think the Vikings potentially are an issue. They got themselves Wentz over there. They had a good game. Lions are looking pretty good right here against the Ravens. Ravens defense does not look good at all. Like, did they get worse? I don't know. Here we go. Here comes the extra point. 5:55 to go in the 2nd quarter. It's up, and it's going to be good. You know what I mean? Friday, October 10th, the Packers sponsor military flag football tournament on the Titletown District football field. You're invited. You can drink out of my cooler. Hey, That sounds like a good time right there. You know what I mean? Good cause, good stuff. All right, we're gonna go to commercial right here. We're at commercial, so I'm gonna use the bathroom and probably get a beer and hang out. So enjoy the commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know anything about this guy?
I know he likes billboards. This is the 342nd one we've put up this year.
Oh, you know, I've heard he's actually a decent lawyer.
I'm sure he is.
I always wanted to do that. Hey, I'll help you clean up. Sorry about that.
Sure.
You guys have been doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice beard, though.
Oh, thanks.
All right, we are back 14-7. The Lions are up on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm trying to read these comments at the same time. Jacob should have a big game. Yeah, I feel like they're really trying to get that done. We got Paul Hornung, Jim Taylor. NFL had most games with rushing touchdown by a running back, I think, duo. They're on that list still. Ravens can not get 3-0 on their defense. Yeah, dude, their defense is not looking good. They're not getting really a lot of pressure. Goff has time back there. We're going to have a return here from about the 6-yard line. He's at the 15, 20, 25. He's trying to cut. He gets a pass to 40. Now he's going to beat the kicker, and he gets down to midfield, 50-yard line, 5:48 to go. And maybe this is what the Ravens needed, a little booster. You know what I mean? A little booster. A little, I feel like the big plays, a little confidence and whatnot. You know what I mean? Let's get the confetti out. Uncommon opponents make it so unpredictable in the NFL. It does. When you're playing those AFC teams, they really haven't played a lot. There's no excuse for the Packers losing that game. They played horribly. But that is a thing. And what are you going to do? They lost to the Browns. I would rather them lose to the Browns and then beat the Cowboys than beat the Browns and then lose to the Cowboys. I'll say that. But that's just a little bit of coping for me. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to hand this thing off up the middle. And that's going to be about a 3-yard gain. So we're going to have about 46, 47 yards to go to the end zone over here. 5:38 to go in the second quarter. It's going to be second down. Here we go. We got 353 folks watching live across all places. One person on Twitch. One person on Twitch, you know what I mean? Nice to have one person on Twitch. I like to have at least one person on Twitch. Here we go, 2nd and 6. We had like 11 people on Twitch the other day for the Packer game. Here we go. Lamar's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Not anymore. Empty backfield. He's going to look, and now he's trying to run this thing. He's going to run right side, and they're all over that thing. He gets back to the line of scrimmage if that. Yeah, if it wasn't for that kicker, he's going to the house with that. Bates got in the way, got that tackle. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. 3rd down and 6 over here. Lamar Jackson. He's in shotgun. Now he's changing some stuff up at the line. He's back to throw. He's got pressure. He's rolling left. Gets rid of it. Throws it left side. And that's going to be complete for a first down for the Baltimore Ravens. 1st down and 10. Raymond says, I still can't believe Jordan Love threw that pick, but I agree it can take this L, but the better destroy the Cowboys. Yeah, absolutely. That was a bad interception. That was about as bad as an interception as you're going to see. I still love Jordan Love, but, that was horrible. That was bad. What's up, Michael Jacob? I thought at first I was Michael Jackson. I'm like, Michael Jackson's in my stream. I mean, we're going to get to this comment here in a second. Lamar Jackson, 4 for 5, 44 yards in this drive. He's in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got a little bit of time running out. Now he's rolling. He throws it deep left side, and that's going to be completed for a first down inside the 5-yard line. And here comes that Ravens offense, baby. Let's go. We'll give a little crowd applause for that. Michael Jacobson, all fellow Packer fans, I got a stupid question. Why did Green Bay play in two stadiums from 1933 to 94 when Lambeau Field was built in 57? Kind of confused about that. So we have a run over here, and we're going to be just short of the end zone by the Ravens. So we're going to have a red zone, like a little goal line situation right here. But Milwaukee helped the Packers in the early days, so they played some games in Milwaukee for a little bit. In 1933, I mean, they were still playing in they played at City Stadium over at East High School. I went to that school. Then he moved over to Lambeau Field, but they were still playing some games in Milwaukee because Milwaukee helped them in some situations. And then they ended that. That's why they have the Gold Packers, I believe it's called now. It's like the Milwaukee Packers where they have those games. But here we go. Lamar Jackson will hand this thing off, and that's going to be, I don't think it's a touchdown. No, he was stopped. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal. Hope I explained that right. Good. But yeah, they played in Milwaukee throughout up until like 94. Yeah, you had that up there, right? Up until like 94. And then they change it. Now they get special tickets for the Milwaukee people to come up to Lambeau Field. People complain about them because they're not loud enough. Now you're all in the loop, you know what I mean? Here we go, 2:12 to go. They're going to let this thing run down to the 2-minute warning. So we're going to hang out right here. We're at the 2-minute warning. I got a full beer over here. Hammer the comment section. Be sure to tap that like button. Share it if you're feeling, feeling weird about it. And let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. The Packers, NFL. What games you want to talk about? There was an NFL championship that the Packers played in Milwaukee. Never hosted one in Green Bay. There you go. Kevin with the hard-hitting stats and facts for you, know what I mean? Thanks for that. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? I try to explain the best I can, but I'm not like the best historian, even though I love the Packers history so much. And like I read about it, I got books, I got the trivia, but I'm not really good at retaining information. So I always forget. But yeah, definitely I know. Because dude, I went to school at Green Bay East High School where the Packers played. I failed gym class on the same field the Packers played on. And I remember because they would mention, the coach would be like, hey, Squirrel, he's my gym teacher used to call me Squirrel. They call me Squirrel Boy because I was screwing around and running around being stupid. And he was like, the Packers play on his, and, you're like mocking them. Like you're embarrassing the whole history of what this field is. And not just the Packers, but there were some great like East-West rivalries, the whole high school thing. And we had gym class on the same field, and we were just, he didn't feel like we were living up to the hype, you know what I mean?
You are the great redneck hope.
Coors has a very good non-alcoholic beer. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? How we doing tonight, Matt? I'm holding down the Twitch for you. Not sure the other people went, and they were here during the game on Twitch. Dude, they were there, Twitch had like 11 people watching during the Packer game. I'm glad you're here. And you're a name that I remember a lot. Shadrow 95. You know what I mean? You're here a lot. I appreciate you. But yeah, we got one person over there rocking on. Only 5 people on YouTube. I appreciate the 5 people on YouTube, You know what I mean? We're having a good time. Long as I got people commenting, I'm having a good time. Ashton says, "Go Pack, go!" Packers take on the Cowboys this week. This is going to be a very fired up game. I feel like the Packers going to be fired up. The Packers are coming out swinging. Packers are going to win this football game. I guarantee it. 2-minute warning over here in Baltimore. Is that where they're playing? They're playing in Baltimore, right? Never really pay attention. I'm trying to look at the stadium now. M&T Bank. Yeah, this is definitely not Detroit. Detroit's like a like a concert hall. It is. That's what I think about Detroit. Like their field, just like a concert venue. With some football every now and again. Here we go. 3rd down and goal. He's going to pitch this thing right side, and they're going to try to get it into the end zone, and Detroit shuts it down. Shuts it down. It's 4th down and goal, and they lost probably a couple yards. 1:48 to go in the second. What are you doing, Baltimore? How do you not get in there, dude? Oh, my goodness. For sure, it's the Cowgirls. Cowgirls, they look bad. Yeah, they lost to the Bears. Well, here we go. Lamar Jackson, he's rolling right. He's going to try to throw it. Oh, he drops the ball. The ball's on the ground. And the Ravens probably screw up that 4th down. Oh, my God. What are we doing, dude? And he's my fantasy quarterback. Luckily, I already lost this game. Luckily, I already lost that game. Oh, my God. Here we go. Michael says Packers are going to win 35-28 this Sunday. Yeah, that's closer than I think it's going to be. But I said if you knew my prediction for this week, maybe yours is probably going to be a little bit more realistic, a little closer. Here we go. 14-7. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know anything about this guy?
I know he likes billboards. This is the 342nd one we've put up this year.
Oh, you know, I've heard he's actually a decent lawyer.
I'm sure he is.
I always wanted to do that. Hey, I'll help you clean up. Sorry about that.
Sure.
You guys have been doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice beard, though.
Oh, thanks.
All right, Dave. 14-7 ball game over here. That was bad. Now Detroit takes over. They're going to be taking over. I think they're going to be about the 10-yard line. They're showing the replay right now on this horrific play that the Ravens try to do. So they're going to be past the 20-yard line after that horrific play. Can't wait for Sunday night with the boys in the garage. No better setting to watch the Packers beat the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that. Always loved watching Aaron Jones in Dallas. Aaron Jones? Which Aaron Jones? Here we go. Goff's going to be he's going to be in shotgun. He's going to man to his last ball to 20-yard line. 1:24 to go in the second quarter. Ravens defense got to get something done right here. Goff's going to be back to throw. He's looking. Now he's rolling to his left. I think he saw pressure before it was there. That's going to be incomplete. Throws that out of the reach of Gibbs. And there's a flag on the play, bro. Oh, no, I get it now. I always love watching Aaron Jones in Dallas. Yeah, because Aaron Jones always dominated in Dallas. Yeah, Aaron Jones always balled out in Dallas. He's from Texas. Yeah, I got it now, Kevin. I'm a little slow, you know what I mean? But what was that penalty there? We're going to see what this penalty is here. So I think this is on Baltimore. Huh? Yeah. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. St. Brown's in motion. He's back to throw. He's got time. He's going to run out. He's running to his left. He's trying to throw. He throws this thing out of bounds. That's 1:12 to go. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. So if the Lions win, the entire NFC North will be 2-1. I believe that's correct, right? No, the Bears didn't win 2 games. I think they won 1. They lost to the Lions big.
That is correct. The Bears are 1-2.
Yeah, because they lost someone else. See, the producer had to come in there and, hammer away. Scared the crap out of me, by the way. Hey, you're always welcome to chime in. Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. I thought I said his name wrong. Here we go from the 25-yard line. He's back to throw. He's got pressure immediately, and there we go. 3rd down and 10 as he throws it to the dirt. Now they're acting like it's no way. There's no way. That was a forward pass, right? That sure looked like a forward pass to me. Yeah. Let's check the replay here, but that looked like a forward pass. Like, I don't know why that was even in question. Yeah. That's a forward pass. It's not intentional grounding. I don't really know what the even confusion is. What is going on? Look at the Lombardi. What the hell's going on over here? Here we go, 3rd down and 10. 1:10 to go in this half. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right, 25-yard line still. Quick pass right side on the wide receiver screen, and he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a yard, baby. Let's go. We needed that. We needed the Ravens to shut that down. What's up, Nick? Is the only thing that can help this Browns loss is the Lions losing tonight. You know what I mean? Because the whole NFC North, dude, they got after it this weekend. So, not a good feeling for Packer fans. But I'm extremely confident in what the Packers are about to do. So they're going to go out there and beat the Cowboys up next weekend and keep it rolling. You know what I mean? Here we go, 4th down. So we're going to have ourselves a punt over here. He can be punt from about the 15-yard line. And let's see if we have a return. We're going from the 32-yard line, but there's a flag on the play, and he's going to get to about the 42 before he's chapped. Yeah, but let's see what this flag is. I predict block in the back. Let's get some predictions. Nope. Holding on the kicking team. So we're going to add that penalty at the end of the run. 56 seconds to go. All right, Ravens down 7. All right, now would be a good situation. You got 1 minute, right? How many timeouts they got? I didn't see. Who do the Packers play after the bye week? I don't really have. I don't know offhand. Who do the Packers play after the bye week? Let me check this out. Let me check the Packers' schedule over here. We can figure this out. All right, so the Packers play the Cowboys next, and then the Cardinals, then the Panthers. So that's going to be October 19th. So I think the bye is that after the Cowboys game. So then they play the Cardinals on the 19th. No, I don't know if that's right. Let me see the full schedule. They kind of got to have it. All right, here we go. Why is the schedule so weird? Is this the right year? What's going on here? Yeah, this isn't right. Oh, yeah, because they play the Cowboys next, and then it goes back and forth. All right. And then the Bengals, October 12th. Anyways, I don't even know what week is the bye week. Anyways, I don't even know. It's the Bengals. There we go. Dude, I was trying to read that schedule, but it kept going like side to side, and it was kind of hard to read. Anyways, here we go. Thanks for being here, Fred. You know what I mean? Appreciate you. Packers just underestimate the Browns on Sunday. All they need to win before the bye week. Yeah, but I think I agree with that. But the offensive line really bothered me. The way the offensive line played, like all the lowest graded Packers from that game were all offensive linemen. like it just you got the offensive line has to play better. They have to do better. It doesn't matter who you play. Like we can't just be like if they have a good pass rush, our offensive line is trash. They got to prove like this week. Let's get after it. The offensive line has to have a big game. We need to not just better run block. We need to pass protect. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it is the Bengals, and the Bengals, they're not a good football team right now. They got Joe Burrow is hurt. They just got beaten down by the Vikings. I feel like they're not a good football team right now. So, you hate to see injuries. It sucks for Bengals fans. Joe Burrow to get hurt like that. It's just, it's brutal. Didn't O-line have 2 starters out though? Yeah, we did. We had Zach Tom. He played like 1 snap and went out. Hopefully he can get right. But here we go. Under a minute to go. First down and 10. Lamar's back to throw. He's got time. Now he's going to scamper, and that's going to be first down as he runs out of bounds. And they're going to be in field goal range right here. So we have 48 seconds on the clock. 2 timeouts. Let's get it. Let's go, Ravens. Yeah, Lamar Jackson just had room. You give him that much room, he's going to take it. He's got wheels, bro. I like watching Lamar Jackson play football. .48 seconds to go. First down and 10. Lamar's back to throw out a shotgun. He's got time, but he's running out. He's dancing around. He's rolling right. He's looking. Someone get open, and someone does. And he's going to get out of bounds for about a 4-yard gain. Maybe 3. 38 seconds to go. They still have 2 timeouts. Jordan Love is great, but he gives me PTSD with the interceptions. You'll know why. But, dude, he really doesn't throw as many as people give him credit for. Like, he only threw 11 last year. I don't feel like he's, I feel like that's got warped into our brain, but I don't think he's not an interception machine, but that last one was rough. That last one was rough. What's up, Erica? How you doing? Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun, 2nd and 6. Play clock's down to 3. He's back to throw. He's got time. Good protection. Throws it left side. Throws it. Oh, I thought he was throwing out of bounds, but that's going to be it. That's going to be complete for a first down. 32 seconds. Oh, my goodness. Jackson reminds me of Michael Vick. I think he's a better player than Michael Vick. Michael Vick was like very, very fast, and he was like, in his prime. But I feel like Lamar can do a little bit more like throwing downfield. He's maybe probably not quite as fast. He's more bulky. But, yeah, they're definitely fun quarterbacks to watch, like 2 of the best as far as like just entertainment if you're not a fan of each. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's throwing left side, and that's going to be a penalty in the end zone. That was intended for Hopkins. It's going to be a penalty in the end zone or right at the 1. We got a comment here from Erica. I was watching ESPN, and Dano said that Jordan needs to grow up, and I'm like, they need to cut them a little bit of slack. This is only his 3rd year starting. Aaron Rodgers, he knows his first couple years weren't that great either. Yeah, the thing is, like, their stats side to side, Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love are very, very close. So, like, yeah, I think people are dogging Jordan Love a little bit too much. I think he's going to be all right. Jordan Love's going to be just fine. First down and goal. Here we go. 27 seconds to go in the second quarter. You got to go down here and score, dude. They had a nice, time getting down here. Nice drive. Didn't have a lot of time. Here we go. H.E. Soda with the $10 super chat. Thanks for the watch party. Some of us are still a corner in the fetal position, rocking back and forth with the rest of us are not going. And we get back to contact. That's going to be a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens as Lamar Jackson pulls left a little bit and gets us. We got a lot going on. We're going to get right back to this comment. But here we go. Touchdown, 14-13. Rashad Bateman with that touchdown. All right, let's get back to this comment over here. Thanks for the watch party. Some of us are still a corner in the fetal position, rocking back and forth, while the rest of us are just not going to be sober up this week. Dallas, we all hate Dallas. You know what I mean? Give a shout out right here. AP Soda in the building. But now we're going to have the extra point coming up over here. And I appreciate that super chat right there. $10. That's a big one right there. 24 seconds to go in this half. And here comes the extra point. It's up. It's going to be good. Shout out to HE Soda. I appreciate you. Jordan Love is going to get better throughout the years. Just give him time. Yeah, I think even this year, I think he was rattled that game. The offensive line wasn't really working for him. He had pressure in his face. So even when he didn't have pressure, he's kind of feeling it. I feel like that's how it goes for quarterbacks. When you get pressure on them, so like even when they're not, feeling that pressure, they still kind of feel it. They're getting happy feet. That was a bad throw by him, bad decision. Ain't nobody trying to make excuses for it. But I still think that Jordan Love is that dude. I think it's weird when people act like I saw people saying the craziest stuff. I saw someone say, fire Matt LaFleur and hire Mike McCarthy. What are we living in? Bizarro world? Well, what are you talking about? All love to Mike McCarthy. I'll never say a bad word about Mike McCarthy. But you're talking about firing Matt LaFleur halfway through the season, or not even a few weeks in, and hiring Mike McCarthy? You think that's going to be the move? That's insanity to me. That's insanity. But here we go. We have a tie ball game, 14-14. And this is a good one, Monday Night Football. Detroit Lions, one of the top NFC teams, versus the Baltimore Ravens, one of the top AFC teams. And we are going to see who's the best team here. Actually, we're probably going to go to halftime here. There's 24 seconds left. Try to hype this thing up a little bit. We go on to halftime. We will step away at halftime for a few minutes, but we're going to have a return here from the 3-yard line at the 10, 15, 20. He's trying to cut back to the 25. He gets past the 30-yard line. He's going to fall to about the 33, 18 seconds to go. And I think I don't know how many timeouts I have over here. Let me check over here. Let me tap in on this thing. I think they have 3 timeouts. All right, so they got 3 timeouts. I believe so. Here we go. Yo, shout out to the sponsors of the show right here. Fantastic, Wisconsin. Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's going to have a man to his left. They're going to try to get something out of this, but they have a long ways to go. 18 seconds to do it. He's back to throw. He's looking, and it's going to be completed, but that's going to be tackled for about a 2-yard gain. So they're going to call a timeout right here, it looks like. Yeah, there you go. Timeout by Detroit. Punting was winning. Matt LaFleur needed to embrace his inner Iowa Hawkeye yesterday. That's the thing, even with that Jordan Love interception, if that's a punt instead, that changes the game. You could take Matthew Golden when he caught that ball on the sideline. He could have ran it up the field. But, I don't like to say that because, I'm not an athlete. I never caught a pass on the sideline like that. It just seemed like everyone was saying he could have turned that up and went up. Maybe he didn't know exactly where he was on the field because he's a rookie and he kind of, lost his spot. I'm not making excuses, but could have been a situation like that. But either way, I'm not an athlete, so I'm not going to question it. But there's a lot of little things in that game that could have, not having a field goal blocked. Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun, back to throw, 2nd and 6. He's got his man, but he's got to have people all over him, and that's another couple yard gain. And are they going to call another timeout? 7 seconds to go. It's 3rd down. What's up, Kevin? So stuck on the outcome yesterday, yet the McManus kick is good. The Packers win the game, and the interception didn't matter. Yeah, that's the thing. When you win, a lot of that stuff doesn't matter. But they did not win. You know what I mean? A lot of variables in that game. A lot of it was a close game. It was a bad game. The offensive line played horrible. Jordan Love made some bad throws. But one thing I cannot understand is how anyone could throw disrespect at the Packers defense after that game, because the Packers defense did what they were supposed to do. If you hold the team for 13 points, you should win that football game. But here we go. 7 seconds to go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. They're at the 40-yard line. And now we're going to have a timeout by the Baltimore Ravens. So they wanted to see what they were doing there. What's up? How you doing? AK-47-7. There you go. What's up? Appreciate you watching over there on the Twitch machine. Raining on a wet field, I will give Golden a break on that catch. Yeah, absolutely, me too. And like, I'm the last person to tell a player like you should have done this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm no athlete, so I'm not gonna get into all that. It just seemed like he could have. Like, I don't know if he didn't know where he was in the field or his, the way he was running and the balance and all that. There's a lot that goes into it. I assume he wants to score touchdowns, so I don't think it was like he was just like, nah, I'm just running out of bounds. You know what I mean? Penalties killed Green Bay Sunday. Just need to clean up the penalties. Defense was great. Absolutely got to clean up those penalties. I've been saying that since, everyone has been. It's like, I'm not like breaking news over here, but the penalties are a problem in Green Bay. 3rd down and 3. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. I think that same Brown's going to be in motion. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got time. Throws. He's get the first down. He's going to be across the 50-yard line. But down to 2 seconds. I think the Lions are going to call a timeout here. I don't know what they're trying to get in position for a Hail Mary, maybe? Unless their field goal kicker can drop 80-yarders. You know what I mean? You got a Jermichael Finley jersey? I do not. I used to. I probably do at my house somewhere. I had a Jermichael Finley, I think it was a Super Bowl jersey. One of those jerseys that you buy on the websites, from China way back in the day. I don't think I have it anymore. I used to have like 2 or 3 of them. But I don't think I have one anymore. I had a dog named Finley. I named after Jermichael Finley. He died a couple years ago. That sucked. I think I have his picture over here. You can't see it, though. But shout out to Finley, you know what I mean? Good pup. Good dog. 2 seconds ago, so they're talking about a 67-yard field goal. We need a laugh track on that.
Inconceivable!
You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. That's better than a laugh track. I know they're not talking about kicking a 67-yard field goal. Let's get to some more comments. Oh, yeah, it was an absolute beast. Shout out to Jamaica family. Is that funny to you, Mr. Producer Man? All right, so they're actually going to kick a 67-yard field goal. Jake Bates over here.
What's going on out here?
You know what I mean? They got a returner back there. 67-yard attempt. Remember, if he misses this short, they can return it. That's a record, right? That would be a record. The record used to be 63 for a lot of years, but here we go. Here, the kick is up, and it's going to be no good. No good. It goes left. What a bum. I'm just kidding. 67-yard kick. It's no good. So we're going to go into this halftime tied up. I'm going to step away here for a minute. When I come back, let's hammer the Packers comments. All right, hammer the comments section. I'll get back to them when I come back. What do you want to talk about? Packers, Browns. You want to talk about Packers, Cowboys? What do you want to talk about? Hammer the chat and enjoy these commercial breaks. You know what I mean? Go Pack, go baby.
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolay Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolay. It's Nicolay. Nicolay Law. Billboard, baby.
All right, here we go. 14-14 ball game over here. Hammer the chat. I'm gonna scroll back up over here to see any questions or whatnot we have. Are they really any bad dogs? I don't think so. You know what I mean? There's not no bad dogs. He's not making this field goal. He did not make that thing. He did not make it. You know what I mean? Hi, Matt. Go, Pat, go. What is up, Kyle? But be sure to hammer the chat. You know what I mean? What do you want to talk about? We're at halftime here. We have 393 folks watching live across all the places. I appreciate you. Hammer the chat. What do you want to talk about? The Packers taking on the Cowboys this week. I think they're going to absolutely go in there and be fired up and get a big win. And that's the thing with the NFL. If the Packers go out here in Dallas and let's say beat them 37-13, something like that, or even like 28-14, kind of get a decent type of win, everyone's going to forget about this Cleveland game, and they're going to be right back on them. All right, that was just a fluke. The Packers are back, and maybe they get 3 sacks, 4 sacks, whatever, and everyone's going to be all up on them. The same way that they're all up on Caleb Williams right now. He had a nice little game, and everyone's all excited about it, and that's how it is. It's week to week in the NFL. That's why everyone's talking about the Packers Super Bowl contenders. Oh, they're the best defense in the league, and they're the best this and that, and they're going to go out and do all these things. And then they lose, and they're like, oh, no, they suck. We were wrong. And then they don't say we're wrong. They just kind of keep it moving and have trash them in the media. But that's how it is in the NFL, dude. You are week to week. I think we have a halftime show coming up over here. Is there really any bad mac and cheese? I don't think there is, but maybe though. I've been to a few buffets. You know what I mean? I've been to some few random buffets over there, Wisco dive bars, and I've had some bad macaroni. But even the bad macaroni and cheese usually isn't that bad. But there's some you know what I mean?
Inconceivable.
You know what I mean? There's some stuff you shouldn't be feeding to humans. You know what I mean? Or even animals for that matter. But here we go. We're at halftime over here. Wisco dive bars. What do you think? 14-14. Who wins this ball game? We have the Lions, one of the top teams in the NFC, and we have the Ravens, one of the top teams in the AFC. These are going to be both playoff teams, and we have ourselves a ball game right now tied up. I forget who gets the ball at halftime. I could check this real quick. Who gets the ball at halftime? I'm not sure. It says real quick right here. I forget if I never remember who gets the ball at halftime. So it's always a surprise to me, you know what I mean? But we're going to see. I think whoever gets the ball at halftime, I think kind of like that Packers-Browns game. Okay, so the Ravens get the ball at halftime. But I feel like this game is going to be we also I want to mention right here while he's got on the screen, no stream tomorrow night because I'm going to go hang out with the producer of the show. We're going to go meet up tomorrow night. And then I'm going to be a guest on another live stream tomorrow night, which I, scheduled before I started doing these 6 days a week streams. So we're going to be hanging out with JJ Leahy over on Twitter. We're going to be on the Derailed stream tomorrow night. You know what I mean? So we're not going to have a show tomorrow night, but we'll be back Wednesday for the Pick'em show. So be sure to come hang out with me Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're picking all the games for the NFL. You know what I mean? So I'll come hang out. But tomorrow, no stream. But I get to go hang out with Vince. You know what I mean? I'll be posting a picture. What do you got?
Hey, Matt, and if you don't mind, I want to just take this chance to thank everybody. The comments everybody's been doing, you guys have been making me feel terrific about this. So thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, Vince, dude, he's part of the family, baby. He's part of the stream family. He actually works harder on this stream than I do. Preparing all these, the whole Ramage watch party, all the scoreboard, all that. That is Vince. I just show up. That's what I do.
Don't let him fool you guys. He's a slave driver. He's horrible. I keep telling him I need to sleep, and he's like, "You don't need sleep.
I need more commercials. I need more graphics. First down."
And he goes, "I want to be in space."
Yeah, I want to be in space. I thought of that. It's going to be weird seeing Hank Clark on the defense for the Cowboys. Yeah, that will be different. Seeing Kenny Clark playing against the Green Bay Packers. But here we go. Welcome. There we go, here we go. Jesse didn't get hurt last week. Kenny Clark, did he get hurt last week? I think he did might have get hurt. I don't know. I don't think it was bad though. Look at they're showing the old highlights over here. Talking about Aaron Rodgers comparing to Favre. That's always going to happen. It's happened since forever. Steelers 21-14. That'll be interesting to see how the Steelers do. But that Jaguars, Texans. The Texans, I don't think are very good at football this year. You know what I mean? They're not good at football. All right, here we go. Deb says, "Thanks, Vince. You are the bomb." You know what I mean? Let's give a little round of applause to the producers. I'll show some love over here. You know what I mean? Again with that air horn too. Those are my limitations on the designs and like the producing of the show. I can get an air horn. I can give you a round of applause. But here we go. 14-14. I think they're gonna go to one last commercial before they come back from this game. Who do you think wins this game? I'm still thinking the Ravens pulled this thing off, but the Lions, 14-14. We got ourselves a good ball game right here. If you're not a fan or don't care about either of these teams, you're probably having a good time because you want a close game over here. But we want the Ravens to win, a lot of us anyways. And so we're not all that happy. But 409 folks watching live across all the places. 2 people on Twitch now, baby. 2 people on Twitch. Here we go. And we got some people on Facebook watching. We got some people on YouTube watching. But we're having a good time over here as we get this one last commercial break. Let me finish this beer. I'm just yammering over here. We need to get a graphics for when for those silent times when I just need a drink. You know what I mean? All right, Vince. We need a graphic.
I can definitely do that when I get back from my little trip. Definitely,
Yeah.
I'll have it done.
Yeah, we need to get like maybe like that Barney from The Simpsons. Put him in the corner. I can chug with him.
And stay tuned, everybody. Trust me, Matt and I have been talking. We've got a lot of great things coming up.
We got some good stuff coming up. The producer Vince is going to be taking a trip, and so he can take the time off. Slacker.
Oh, come on.
No, I will say before we start this thing, before we get in the third quarter, the amount of work he does is so awesome. He likes what he's doing, and it made this stream so much better, made it much more fun. Like everything that I envisioned and I wanted to do with the stream, he helps me so much with that. He doesn't get nothing for it, because I'm poor. And but one day when this stream is popping and things are good, we're gonna retire Vince over here. You know what I mean?
No, he said that because my check cleared.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Actually, everybody, this stream is what it is because Matt frickin' Ramage made it what it is.
Nah, the graphics make it what it is. You know what I mean? But we don't have to argue about it. But let's give one last round of applause as we come back from commercial over here pretty quick, probably. And shout out to Vince over here. Doing a great job. All right, so hammer the comments. Let's show some love to Vince. And what do you want to talk about? We got this game coming back soon. But if you have any questions, you want to talk about the Packers, I don't want to talk about the Browns anymore. But I'll listen to them. I'm impressed you have a producer. No, what it is he was in the comment section all the time. He's a name. And actually, he won a giveaway back in the day. And he was someone who was always in my comment section. We started talking, and I realized, oh, yeah, I think I had a problem with my stream. He's like, I can help you. And then we started talking, and then he was like, yeah, I can do all these cool things. And I was like, dude, where have you been all my life? You know what I mean? This is what I need. Someone who knows all the producing game. Because I don't know anything. But I do know the fireworks.
That is true. Hey, and how many times did I say, hey, we should meet up, and you were like nervous I'd be some crazed fan?
Yeah, not a crazed fan, but just like this is a crazy world we live in.
It is, people. Be safe. Be safe.
Erica, I hope that we show up in Dallas next week. like we did last year in the playoffs. And I think we will. The Packers team is going to be fired up. I feel like the same way as they were kind of like feeling themselves a little bit because everyone's hyping them up in the media. They're going to hear that stuff. Everyone's just dragging them. They know that they like was a huge letdown. That was a huge game. They should have had. And they let it slip away. So they're gonna come in here fired up, playing Dallas. The whole thing with Micah Parsons coming here. We have the merch. Thanks Jerry. You know what I mean. So I think everyone that team is gonna be fired up. They're gonna be ready to go. They're gonna want to kill them. But here we go. We got that thank you Jerry merch right here. Might not get to you in time for the Cowboys game, but you can get that. You got Jerry Jones is rocking it out. He looks good in it. So will you. We have a lot more merch over there on the Matt Ramage show or theMattRamage.com. Find the merch shop. We have the Victory Mondays. We got the Buzzed Up shirts. We have the Bears Still Suck. We have Caleb Williams saying he's a Packer fan. We have all types of good stuff over there. So be sure to check it out. Deb says you two go together like mac and cheese, and that is the best compliment that you can get. You know what I mean, Vince? Paying for the Cowboys. Shannon, what is up? I just want you to know that I love Jordan, but I'm a Favre girl, so that's why I have PTSD. The game hasn't been the same since he retired. Go Pack, go. Hopefully back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, and I get that because like whenever Favre threw deep, I always had like some type of and I was the biggest Favre fan back in the day. But whenever he threw the ball, I was always like concerned because it always seemed like you never knew safety coming around. He would just pick that thing. But Favre was better. More than he was bad, but yeah, he definitely kept the game interesting. We have ourselves a kickoff over here, then we're going to get back to the comments. We're going to get this thing from about the 1 yard, like it's 10, 15, 20. He's trying to get to the 25. He's going to get to about the 27-yard line is where the Ravens will start this thing. Who is going to trouble the offense? You talking about the Packers offense or the Cowboys offense? I'm not sure who can trouble the Packers offense on the Cowboys side. But I feel like the pass rush is going to be nasty. I think any team playing the Packers, they're going to deal with that defense. But when they have that defense as well, that's when it'll be a problem because this offense has to show that they can get after. But I don't think there's anyone on the Cowboys that really worries me too much. Here we go. We're going to have Ravens starting this thing off. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun, first down and 10. Start this thing tied up, and they got to go down here and score. Here we go. He's going to toss this thing left side to his running back, and he's going to get about 7 yards, 6 or 7, depending on where they spot this thing. Jesse, Chiefs fans think they are going to the Super Bowl since they beat the terrible Giants. Going to be hard to make the playoffs for them going 1-16. We're going to see. I think the Chiefs are one of those teams that, even with a slow start, I feel like they can still get it going. Anytime. I don't think the Chiefs are a team. I know that you're kind of joking there, but we're going to see it, they can bounce back. But I have a feeling they're going to. Second down and 3. Not that I think that they're going to the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to be, in that mix. Here we go. They're going to hand this thing off right side out of a little I formation, I think. And that's going to be just short of a first down. 3rd down and 1. My mom is a diehard Cowboys fan, so wish me luck on Sunday night. You know what I mean? You might not want to hang out. You might want to watch this one solo. Feelings might get hurt, you know what I mean? Cowboys are going to be without CeeDee Lamb. That's huge. Yeah, he's out for like 4 weeks, 4 to 6, I think. And now I think we're going to have a penalty here. Now they're trying to figure out, was that a false start or some jump? I didn't really see. So usually it leans false start-wise when nope, I was wrong on that one. That's defense. Let's go, Ravens, baby! Let's go. Lamar Jack, the highest career passer rating. 102.6. Tied with Aaron Rodgers. That's something. Here we go. First down and 10. Third quarter, 13:30 to go. Lamar Jackson's going to be under center from about, where we at, the 41.5-yard line. He's back to throw. Play action. Oh, that's almost intercepted. In and out of the hands. I didn't see who it was. Was that Branch on the Lions defense? Rick, I'm back. Eating Quick Trip mac and cheese as I watch him. Why you doing that to me? That was almost intercepted in and out of the hands of Branch. Shout out to Rick, you know what I mean? Appreciate you. Here we go. We're going to get to this play first, and then we'll get to that comment. 2nd down and 10. Here we go. Lamar's going to be in shotgun, ball at about the 41.5-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Quick pass left side, and that's going to be completed to about the 45. 46, but 45.5. Gain of 4. I think this schedule for the season is way different. All big games at the start. Playoff teams like tonight, division games, etc. I see a lot of 1-2 or 0-3 teams making a playoff push still. Yeah, that's true. I feel like the schedules are like very division rivalries up front. Very good games because you don't always see this on primetime. 3rd down and 6 over here. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. Empty backfield. No, he's got a man to his left now. 12:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. He's back to throw. He's looking middle of the field, and he gets his man. I think that's going to be a 1st down. They're going to mark that. A 1st down for the Ravens. That's a big-time play right there on 3rd down. That was Flowers. Nice little route. I mean, nothing crazy, but cut it in. Wide open. Got that. All right, what's up, Joey? He says, I already got to that question. Shannon says, yeah, I told her she can't come over for the time to watch the game. Stay at the house. Here we go, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson's going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle. He's going to bounce it left side a little bit, and that's going to be, about 3-yard gain. They got themselves a little drive going on here. They're on the other side of the 50. You pick a game that you doing before the Packers Sunday night game. You pick a game that you doing before the Packers Sunday night game. Oh, no, I did not pick a game. I had to look at the schedule, see what I'm going to do. I might do a pregame too. We got to see what I'm doing for that game. But yeah, I might do a noon game for that Sunday night game too. Someone check. Let me know what noon games we got over here on Sunday. But here we go. Lamar Jackson from under center. He's play action. Looking to pass. Middle of the field. Wide open, and he gets it. He's inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. Polar, he just leaped for like 5 yards. He's on the ground. He just leaped. I could not do that. I mean, there's a lot of things I can watch when I'm watching football. I'm like, I can't do that. It's everything. You know what I mean? I could be that guy that holds the stick. Even then, it gets a little aggressive toward the sideline. I don't need that in my life. You know what I mean? Steelers versus Vikings. What, they play at noon on Sunday? If they play at noon on Sunday, I'm probably going to stream that game. Probably going to stream that game if that's a noon game. Yeah, so come hang out Sunday if the Steelers are taking on the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers against the Vikings, you know what I mean? I'll stream that. Plus my buddy Steve, not this Steve. I'm not that Vince is Steve, but if he was, that's what his name would be. But my other buddy Steve, he's a Steelers fan. So maybe he would tune in. It's always fun to have him in the chat, you know what I mean? Oh no, that's one at 8 a.m. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be up that early. That's an early one. I saw that earlier because I was like, that'd be a good game to stream. I forget about that. But yeah, I don't know about that. That's 8 a.m. That's my one day to sleep in. I don't work. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson, play action. He's throwing it right side, and that's going to be complete inside the 10-yard line to Andrews. Big time play right there. 1st down. Yeah, that's crazy. That's early, dude. I don't know if I'll be up that early. Maybe, though. It's tempting. I might test it out because I never did a live stream that early in the morning. I could get up early. I never did a watch party without drinking, though. I'm definitely not drinking at 8:30 in the morning. Here we go. We're going to have Lamar Jackson's going to be under center from the 10-yard line. Oh, it's going to be a running back throw. They're looking to throw in the end zone, and that's going to be almost intercepted by Reed of the Detroit Lions. He did like a little pin. He's looking to throw. Lamar was getting hyped up. He's yelling at him like, throw that damn ball better. Yeah, they had a nice little run to the right side. I like the play call, not executed very good. Good coverage by the Lions. Yeah, so he could have thrown it to Lamar, is what he's saying. Is like Lamar's like, yeah, I was a better option, doofus. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun, 2nd and goal. Play clock's down to 3. 2, got a man in motion. Back to throw. Lamar's got time. He's running out. Now he's rolling right. He's got no time. And he goes out. What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, I caught you live for once. Olaf from Hawaii. Shout out to Hawaii, dude. That one place I want to visit Hawaii. But I've never been on an airplane. I'm going to be on an airplane in November to go to New York for the first time. I don't really leave Wisconsin, but I'd go to Hawaii. But I feel I heard that that's a long flight. You know what I mean? It's far. Here we go. 3rd down and goal. 8:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lamar's back to throw. He's looking to throw towards the end zone. And that's going to be a touchdown. Andrews gets in and he's extending the lead to 20-14, baby. Let's go. Ooh. Andrews is such a good tight end. He's be my fancy tight end. And that sounds weird when I say it like that. But I think I traded him. Here we go. Browns, Lions, a noon game. Oh, that might be interesting. But then if the Lions blow them up, everyone's be talking about it. You know what I mean? You are ahead of us by a few seconds. I'm going to say it now. What are they doing? That was a touchdown right here. Andrews, I apologize for being ahead of you, though. That sucks. Long flight just flew back for Commanders. Yeah, it's a long flight. I think it'd be worth it, though. I think Hawaii sounds out. Here comes the extra point. It is up. It is good. Here we go. 21-14. Go Ravens. We're all Ravens fans tonight. You got that right. We're going to step away here for a few seconds. 8:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Ravens up 21-14. Let's bring out the defense, baby. Let's get after it.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolay Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolay. It's Nicolay. Nicolay Law. Billboard, baby.
Hey man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
So here we are, 21-14. You saw the merch commercial, right? We got this hat over here in the store. So if you're a homer and you want to let everyone know, get yourself a hat. We have all types of cool hats in the merch shop. We have Thanks Jerry hats over there. We have F It. Reed is down there somewhere. You know, Jay and Reed is hurt right now. You know what I mean? Those might fly off the shelf, but you know what I mean? But also check out the old podcast, the Matt Ramage Show. Available everywhere that you listen to podcasts. We have a QR code right here. So if you're watching on your TV, which you're probably not, but if you are, you can get that or screenshot it. I think that'll probably work too. You know what I mean? Check out the old podcast. Subscribe, Apple, Spotify, all the places that people listen to the podcast. You can listen to me in your car, driving your kids to school. You're missing out. Here comes the kickoff over here. And we're going to have ourselves a flag on the play, and I don't think we're even going to get a return. So that had to have been before the kick, right? So what happened? Oh, he didn't kick it long enough. All right, here we go. I want to make sure I don't miss any of these comments over here. Awesome. I hate that our boy Jair isn't playing. Yeah. Hopefully he's all right. I mean, obviously he's been going through that same injury. Hopefully he figured that thing out. For everyone saying in Green Bay, like, oh, he didn't want to play. Well, now he's still hurt. And I'm not happy about that, but I think it proves it's a real injury. Here we go. 1st and 10, 8:51 to go in the third quarter. 40-yard line. Goff's going to be under center play action. Looking to throw. He throws it incomplete. He had pressure. He might have been touched. That sounded weird when you said that. He might have been touched. Quick Trip does rule, you know what I mean? It's a factual statement right here from this is our, like, what is that called? Little stuffed animal guys they have over there. Words sometimes just go away from me. You know what I mean? What is it called? No, it's gonna drive me nuts. All right, here we go. Goff's gonna be in again. He's got a man to his right. Ball at the 40-yard line. He's gonna hand this thing off left side. They're gonna try to make some people miss, and that's gonna be a decent gain to about to a 48-yard line. We aren't surprised Jair isn't playing, though, right? I mean, I'm not insanely surprised because I knew that it was like a real injury, but, you know, a lot of people thought he was like faking it or like he didn't want to play for the Packers or whatever. I thought it was real. Where did everyone go? All those Lion fans who were on here at kickoff in first quarter, you know what I mean? They're probably dialed in, you know what I mean? They want to watch a team lose on a solo mission. Here we go, 3rd down and 3. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man. He gets split back over here. He's back to throw. He's got time. He gets rid of it. That's going to be completed for a 1st down, 46-yard line to Laporta. 46 yards to go to the end zone. And the Baltimore defense has some work to do. Dude, you guys want to see my cat? See, my cat wants to, like, be all up in my business on my feet. Here we go. We're gonna call play together. Goff's gonna be under center, ball at the 46-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's gonna hand this thing off up the middle, and that's gonna be a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. You're not interested in being part of this no more. See, that's what happens when you grind on my legs and be part of the show, baby. Dude, Brewers had bases loaded 1 out. All right, keep me tuned in on that. You know what I mean? Let me know how that works out. This cat's big, man. Never pick me up like that again, bro. But he's all hugging on my legs. I think it's a she. I think her name is Lucy. Here we go, Jared Goff. He's going to be in shotgun. Ball about 36.5-yard line. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down to Gibbs. They're going to stand him up, but that's going to be past the 1st down marker. You know what I mean? That's why I throw the cat in the stream every now and again, because chicks dig it. You know what I mean? No, but people like animals. You throw a dog or a cat in stream. I feel like you could just stream your dog or cat 24/7, and you would probably just have the most watchers. People like to watch. You know, people like animals. I need a soundtrack, a laugh track through my whole life. You know what I mean? Just make you feel better about yourself. You tell a bad joke. You know what I mean? Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. 1st and 10. He's going to pitch this thing right side. Now he's going to throw it back to Goff. Now Goff's going to sling this thing, and that's going to be a 1st down inside the 20-yard line to St. Brown. Sometimes I wonder about these, like, throwing it around plays, like flea flickers, even type of things. I feel like that play would have been open anyways, because I don't think anyone's even paying attention, like, what's going on in the backfield. Like, if you're covering a receiver, you're, like, on your dude, unless you're, like, looking back at the quarterback and get sunked in. But, like, right there, I mean, obviously, like, the time that passed, he had time to get open or whatever. But that was a good play right there. What can you say about that? All right, we're gonna have the Brewers update here in a second, but we got Goff's gonna be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right, 1st down and 10. Play clock's down, but now he's on ball snap. He's throwing it to the end zone, right side, and that's gonna be a touchdown for the Detroit Lions. Oh my goodness! And they go right back and score. And that's St. Brown, the good one. You know what I mean? 18-yard receiving touchdown. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get an update here. Brewers game is 11 bases are loaded, and it's the top of the second inning. Wait. Oh, 1-1. Bases are loaded. Those are 11 bases. How many? I haven't watched baseball in a little bit. I thought there was only like 4 of those things. But that was a good touchdown. Durbin, base hit, 1 run, and 1-1 game. There we go. I appreciate you, Eric. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I appreciate you. The score update. Here we go. The Lions are going to be up for the extra point, and it's going to be up, but we got ourselves a tie ball game. We have ourselves a tie ball game, people. 21-21. All right, let me drink my beer. I have a full beer right here. It's probably getting warm. Look, it's all sweaty and shit. It's all like, bro, what's going on? It's like they worked out. It didn't. Hopefully it's not warm. I don't like warm beer. We're all right. You know what I mean? Hey, check out some cool merch, folks. TheMattRamage.com got the best merch. This draft day hoodie, right? I wore this for the draft. This is what we are doing. We got the Homer hat that I'm wearing right now. We got Buzzed Up shirt. We got Thanks Jerry shirts. We got Caleb Williams, Okay, I guess I'm still a Packer fan. Shirt and hoodie. We have all types of cool stuff. Check out TheMattRamage.com and just see what we got. Maybe I'll find something you like. We got stickers. We got we got pigeons. We got no pigeon merch, you know what I mean? We should get some pigeon merch. Sometimes the pigeon has a cheese head. That's what I was going to say. Where's the cheese head, bro? Lose the cheese head? No, I was out there today spraying hoses around. You know what I mean? I'm not no animal abuser, but like they weren't home. Let's just say it got a little wet when they come home. You know what I mean? Because they're up all under my porch, like those little, and they're like damaging it. And their crap when they poop, it like takes the paint off my front porch. We have a whole pigeon situation over here. We're in a full red alert over at the Ramage household, trying to figure out this pigeon situation. I got the plastic owl over there, trying to like scare them. They know they land on its head, bro. They land on its head. These are not regular pigeons. These are pigeons that are ready for war. One pigeon sat on my porch for 12 hours straight. I got off for work to leave my house at 3 a.m. This pigeon was on my porch. It's got friends too. Then my wife went out there with the water hose and just went to war with them. You know what I mean? And now, they're not around as much anymore, but they'll come back. That's what they do. They got to regroup. They come back. They're ready for war. We ain't hurt no birds up in here, though. It's all fun. Here we go. Let's get to some more Brewer updates. Runner caught on the base pass, inning over. There we go. What's up, Stacy? She says, can we switch it up and just cut this game off and you can podcast a baseball game? You know what I mean? I've never done a baseball game live stream. I'm actually thinking about doing it, but I don't want to be fake with it because, like, I'm a Brewer fan, but not like a diehard Brewer fan. Like I'm like the same way I'm a Packer fan. I root for all Wisconsin sports. I root for the Badgers. I root for girls volleyball. I don't care like what it is. If you're from Wisconsin, high school, whatever, I want you to win everything. You know what I mean? Same thing with Chicago. I want them to lose everything. Little League, I don't care. I'm rooting against them. I root against the children. If you live in Illinois, I mean, just athletically, just on sports. But here comes the kickoff over here. But maybe I will do a Brewer game live stream. I think that'd be fun. Oh, we have a out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. So the Lions kick it out of bounds, and that's going to help out the Ravens a bunch. Maybe I will, and then maybe I'll even have somebody with me who like is more a baseball know-it-all, so they can kind of, so I'm not, I think it'd be cool because a lot of Brewer fans follow me. But Packers are my thing. St. Brown, 37 career receiving touchdown. There you go. All right, so we already got to that one over there. But yeah, that's a good idea, Stacey. Here we go. So now we're going to have ourselves a ball game. 21-21. Lamar Jackson, not a shock. He's to toss this thing to the left side, and he's got himself a screen. And that's going to be to Flowers, and that's going to be about, no, they've marked him down back a little bit. 6 or 7 yards. 5:02 to go in the third quarter. I don't know why I said it that way. That's weird, wasn't it? Dude, I have a feeling that, dude, I'll just say this. I have a feeling someday on like Monday Night Football, you're going to see on a live stream, someone like me is going to be streaming this. It won't be me. Maybe Tom Grassi, someone better than me. But there's going to be a stream. Here we go. Lamar's going to be play action, looking to throw. Oh, he's going to go down for the sack. He's got pressure. He's trying to get rid of it, but he goes down. And that's going to be a sack. But I'm telling you, one day, Grassi already did it on YouTube on the NFL's page or whatever he did. So I have a feeling that someone like us is gonna. I'm gonna say it's someone like me because I think someone better than me. That'd be Grassi. Someone maybe even She Said TV. You never know. But someone or even like a different fan of a different. But I feel like a live streamer because I feel like these dudes are boring, dude. Like it's like you know what I mean? Regular commentators. I think that there's like the Manning cast. That's people like that because it's different, and you're not just hearing the same BS all the time. But here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. Flowers is in motion. He's back to throw. He's got pressure. He rolls to his right, gets rid of it. Incomplete. And that's going to be 4th down for the Ravens. Make it till you make it. That's always what my wife says. You know what I mean? I don't mean that in a weird way because it came out weird. That's why I grew up Red Wings fan. Couldn't root for the Blackhawks. You know what I mean? Dude, I could not root for anything Chicago, anything Illinois sports wise. I don't care if it's Little League. If I'm at home, I'm watching ESPN. And it's like Little League World Series. And it's like Illinois Bobcats. Like, I hope they lose. You know what I mean? I don't care who they're playing, unless it's another Illinois team. Then I just turn it off. I don't need that in my life. Here comes the punt. The Ravens get it off. Are we going to have a return from about the third? No, he faked it. He pretended like he was going to catch it, but that was a good move for the Ravens, and that's going to be where the Lions start at the 4-yard line. He thought he was going to drop out of the end zone. He kind of like faked like he was catching. You know what I mean? How they do that? And they get you, too. They get you. But that didn't help him. So there we go. All right, we're going to commercial 21-21. We will be right back after these messages. You know what I mean?
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know anything about this guy?
I know he likes billboards. This is the 342nd one we've put up this year.
Oh, I've heard he's actually a decent lawyer.
I'm sure he is.
I always wanted to do that. Hey, I'll help you clean up. Sorry about that.
Sure.
You guys have been doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice beard, though.
Oh, thanks.
Houston, we have a problem.
I absolutely love that commercial, dude. That video right there. Shout out to our guy Vince in the producing world. Made that, dude. That's hilarious to me. But here we go. We are going to have ourselves a 1st and 10, 3:36 to go in this third quarter. Then we'll jump back in the comment section. So hammer the comments over here. What are you thinking right now? Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. They're kind of got a little bunch situation over here. Looks like a running formation. And Brainiac I am. And we're going to have a run over here. That's going to be about 10, 11 yards. And they get the first in. I like that. I like that one, too. What's up, Luke? He said, that's why I grew up. Oh, yeah, we already got to that one. But here's another one by Luke. He said, hope they lose. Unreal quote. Shout out to Luke over here, dude, hammering the chat over here. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. You know what I mean, over there on Facebook. And then, all right, we'll get back to the comments over here. We got Goff's going to be in center, first down in 10-3-0, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 15-yard line. He's going to try to run this thing, play action. And that's going to be incomplete. He dives for it, but incomplete. And that's intended for St. Brown. And that's the good one. No disrespect. A little bit, you know what I mean? In space, nobody can hear you scream except if you're Matt after the Browns game. You know what I mean? I can see Vince over here. You know, you like that comment right there. You laughing a little bit. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. He's going to run, hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be another first down. He's still moving. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, and he's getting chased down to the 13-yard line is where Montgomery will stop. Oh, my goodness. Big time run for the Detroit Lions. 2:34 to go in the third quarter. That defense just caved. And once he got past like the old bunch, he was just on and rolling, but the Ravens defenders were not quitting. Look at this right here. We got a nice little hole, bounces to the left side, and just busts through that thing. He gets midfield. He should have ran it more left, I feel like. He only had one player to beat left side, but when he ran towards the middle of the field, he had everyone coming from the right side too. And they got some speedy guys over there in Baltimore. What a run. Yeah, he should have, I feel like, run left a little bit more. But, like, obviously he can't see. He doesn't have a rear view mirror. But we're going to have a run up the middle now. And that's going to be to Gibbs. And that's going to be inside the 10-yard line to about the 7, baby. Oh, my goodness. We got to get caught back up on these comments over here. Here we go. The Ravens, D can't stop anything. It sure didn't stop that. What is up, Deb? We're at 1:40 to go in this third quarter. Second down and 5. I'm so glad you're live and can mute my TV so I don't have to listen to Aikman and Buck. A friend of mine can't stand Buck. One Bear game, she commented Buck Joe. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? Here we go. Goff's going to be on the center ball to 8-yard line. And they're going to try to play action. No, they're not going to run it. Play action. You're going to toss this thing off. And that's going to be about a 2-yard gain. Not a lot there. You know what I mean? Erica, me too, you know. I'm hoping the Ravens win this game. I'm really hoping they do. What is up, Mike? How you doing? Ramage, Hayden, Mary says hi. Oh, there you go. I appreciate it. Tell them I said hi right back. You know what I mean? Here we go. Looking at the Gibbs-Monty situation, do the Packers have a legit running back too? We got to see. You know, I think Lloyd might be that guy. Emmanuel Wilson's the guy I liked, but, he didn't really... He's not getting the touches, and I don't know. So I'm not sure that they do have a legit, like, scary number 2. We have a timeout over here. But, yeah, I don't sure that, I mean, no disrespect, but they got Brooks, they got Emmanuel Wilson. We're going to see when the young guy gets back. We really haven't got a chance to see him. Everyone's excited about him, but really haven't got a chance to see him. So I think right now, if you're talking about it, I don't think we do have definitely not a scary number 2. Montgomery said Derek who, you know what I mean? Say what the hell is going on out here? Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Producer Man, they're asking.
What the hell's going on out here?
Here we go. What's up, Joey? Not a Lions fan, but I love seeing Montgomery doing good since he's from Iowa State, my hometown. You got to represent your local peeps. You know what I mean? I respect that. 5 plays, 90 yards, 3 minutes off the clock, 3rd down and 4. They're going to be about the 6-yard line over here. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Come on, boys. Come on, defense. Let's go, Baltimore. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. He's going to be handing this thing off, and he's going to go up the middle, and that's going to be just short of a first down, and they shut it down. He tripped up just short of the first down marker. There we go, baby. 20 seconds to go, and this clock is ticking. They're going to try to run up here. I'm not sure they're going to snap the ball. It's 4th down and 1. Goff's going to be under center, but they don't have to run a play. The quarter will end. So they're probably going to try to get in the jump, but they might try to snap at the last second just because they think they're off guard. It's kind of like the reverse, psychology, the reverse psychology. No, they're not going to do nothing. Why didn't he even try to why didn't he do any of that? I feel like you should have done some of that.
The Bears still suck.
All right, we're gonna get back to this comment.
The Bears still suck.
The Bears still suck. They really, 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 really suck. Yes, the Bears still suck. They did win against the Cowboys, though. They won a big game, but we still say the Bears still suck around here. First of all, the Bears still suck. That's what I think it means. It's like, yeah, the Bears are having a good season. The Bears still suck. That's why the still part is there. Otherwise, you can just yell the Bears suck every year and you'd be right. But the Bears still suck. It means no matter what's going on, the Bears still suck. But we're gonna get back to Mike over here. Hating my daughter. You sent the stuff for over the years. And that Austin video. Yeah, I do remember. Like when you first popped up, I didn't recognize right, but Mike Ellison, I remember that name. And I appreciate you and the whole crew over there. You know what I mean? Representing over there. I appreciate you. What is up, Luke Lloyd? Is glass. Yeah, that's the thing. Like his career is not starting off real good. He a lot of injuries. I don't like to label players like injury prone or whatever. But he's got to get it on the field. He has some lucky situation over there. But sometimes players start off their career with a lot of injuries, a lot of dings up. Hopefully he can get it together and get on the field, because that's why they drafted him. You know what I mean? What's up, Erica? Did you see all the fines that the players got from different teams last week, dude? I feel like there's been a lot of fines and a lot of weird penalties. Like this season has been weird, and a lot of weird injuries. Like Bosa from San Fran out for the year. Like a lot of big time players. I always feel bad for fans. And for the players. Anytime big time players go out, because that's brutal for your season. As Packer fans, we know what it feels like to have one of your top dudes go out. It's brutal. It's brutal. Niners had a lot of injuries last season. You hate to see it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Fool's Gold Lions only look good against weak defenses. But, they're playing a good team right here. They're playing the Ravens, who I think is one of the better teams in the league. And they're 21-21 tied up over here in the fourth quarter. So I think the Lions are legit, but they don't scare me. And I hope they lose right here, because I might troll Lion fans after this game if they do, you know what I mean? Here we go. 6 plays, 92 yards. Joey says Bears blew out the Cowboys, but still got to break the bad news to them. They still suck. Every dog has their day, and they had theirs this week. Bears still suck. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. You talk about the Packers being fired up after that Browns loss, but the Cowboys got whooped up, too, so they're going to be fired up. But I think Packers fired up versus the Cowboys fired up. Cowboys catching that L, you know what I mean? But here we go. Goff's going to be under center. It's 4th down and 1. They're going for it to start of the fourth quarter, ball at the 3-yard line. And they're going to hand this thing off. Now he's pitching it right side. So he handed it off, and then person he handed it off to handed it off to someone else. And that was Gibbs for the touchdown. And the Lions are going to take the lead 27-21. Oh, my goodness. Joey said Lloyd is the glass cannon that hasn't fired a shot yet. You know what I mean? Let's just wait till we see him. But I get the frustration. So they handed it off to St. Brown. St. Brown tosses to Gibbs. That was just a good design play right there. Joey says, I watched the fastest 3 minutes on the NFL halftime thing, and there were so many blocked kicks this week. It's insane. Rare to see a whole season, not that many in one, across the league. Like that, there was a lot. A lot of people were talking about that. Here comes the extra point. It's up. It is going to be good. It's 28-21. We need the Ravens to come back here in the fourth quarter. 14:55 to go. A lot of ball game left in this thing, but oh my goodness. We don't want this. I didn't ask for this. David Montgomery. Look, he's looking. Yeah, he was looking in the jumbotron over there. But, those big-time runs are always fun to see. You don't want to see the Lions doing it. But anyways, here we go. Lions with more trick plays. Guess they can't beat the Ravens straight up, like Parsons would say. You know what I mean? All right, we're at a commercial. We will be right back. You know what I mean?
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
One.
So here we go, 28-21 ball game over here. Lions taking the lead. And now we're going to get a Brewers update over here. 3-1 Brewers, bottom of the third, 0 outs. I appreciate you, Luke. You know, keeping us chimed in on that. Aaron says this is really going to stink. If Lions win, then Green Bay would be only team from NFC North that didn't win week 3. This has been a brutal week for the Packers to lose because Bears winning big, the Vikings winning big. You got the Lions over here up 28-21 against the Ravens in Monday Night Football. But, dude, I'm not stressing right now. Packers had a bad game, played horribly, deserve all the criticism that they got, but they're going to be back. They're going to be ready to go. So they're showing this replay over here. You know what I mean? They had a bad day, bro. That's what it was. We'll see if that was a copyright strike. Look at Adam over here trying to troll. Here we go. We're going to have a return over here from the 13-yard line. And you're going to get to about the 28. I got kind of roughed up out of bounds. Is I going to throw a flag? I don't see one over here. Dude, that's the thing. Like, the haters can't get to me. Like the Viking fans, Bear fans, Lion fans, whatever. They can't get to me. I'm not concerned. That was a rough game. That sucked. The offensive line didn't play up. You know, a lot of mistakes happened. The defense handled their business, though. The defense did their job. Special teams sucked. Offense didn't get it done, but they're going to clean that up. And I have no doubt of what this team's going to do. So y'all can try to troll all you want, baby. I appreciate the engagement. You know what I mean? First down and 10, 14-52 in the fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's got Flowers in motion. He's got a man to his right. He's back. No, he's going to run this thing on his own, and he's going to make a few guys miss. He's going to get to about 4 yards to the other 28-yard line. And there we go. The Pack will definitely bounce back. You know what I mean? They needed that little punch in the throat a little bit. Let them know, like, dude, you ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to play. Don't listen to the hype. What do you got?
To all the guys that are trolling right now, this is for them.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably going to find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat.
There we go. Here we go. Lamar Jackson out of shotgun. He's rolling right. He's throwing it right out of bounds. But we're always down for a little Chris Farley quote. You know what I mean? The legend right here, dude. That's why I have him right here. So every time I thumbs up, I'm just letting you know Chris Farley is that dude. You know what I mean? Oh, a thumbs up pops on the screen if you do that. I didn't know that. Here we go. Joey said Jumbotrons come in clutch for players. I remember last year a player said they got picked because they saw the ball thrown on it, so they followed the wide receiver, put his hands up, and the ball was there. Yeah, and you see a lot of players, mostly on offense, like when they're running down the field, they kind of look up to see how close they are to tackling them. Here we go. We're going to have Lamar Jackson from shotgun. He's got a man to his right. 3rd down and 7. Just past the 30-yard line. He's going to be back to throw. He's throwing. He's got his man, and that's going to be a completion. First down to Bateman on the other side of the 50-yard line down to the 48. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Ravens. Let's go, offense. Let's get after it. If Jair is healthy, then put him in the dang game. Justin Jefferson knows what talent he has. I don't know if he is healthy. I feel like if he was, he would be in this game. But yeah, there's definitely a situation. Here we go. We're gonna have Lamar Jackson's gonna be under center ball at the 49-yard line. He's got 2 people behind him. He's gonna pitch this thing right side, and he's gonna have a little bit of room. Not enough there, and they're gonna fall forward for a few yards. We have a flag on the play. Let's see what this is, but we'll get to a comment while we do that. Drove from Milwaukee to St. Louis yesterday, one of the very few times. Low block. 15-yard penalty, still first down. A few times I missed a Packer game, but kind of glad I didn't see that last few minutes. You know what I mean? It's always good to do other than stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? So they called it a low block over here. I blame Farley for Kevin James. Could you imagine Chris Farley as a mall cop? I'm telling you, I mean, all love to Kevin James because I think, my son is a big fan of King of Queens. We watch this thing on loop. You know what I mean? But shout out to Kevin James. But if there was Chris Farley, you wouldn't see Kevin James in a lot of the movies he's doing. You know what I mean? That's just a factual statement. But I think Kevin James, I like King of Queens. It's a good show. Mall cop, though? I don't know. 13 minutes to go in fourth quarter. We got flags flying everywhere over here. All right, what was that? I heard 5-yard penalty, still first down. What a surprise. 32 Branch with a flag. He's a Lions' new Sua. Dirty Lions player. Yeah, I can't say his first name, though. I just skip his first name. It's like Namagabendin Sua. Gotta be honest, this is actually a really good game. Close and competitive. Absolutely it is. Oh, here we go. We're going to have Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. All right, they got about less than 37 yards to go to the end zone. First and 15. He's back to throw. He's throwing it left side, and that's going to be to nobody. That's incomplete. I think he expected his wide receiver to come back, and he did not expect to do that. Jair should call Nicolay Law to get his injury settlement fixed up. I mean, he just signed a contract. I think it's going to be all right. Second down and 15. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's got Henry to his right. We got Flowers over there in a little bunch formation. I just have a feeling it's going to Flowers. You know what I mean? Second down and 15. Play clock's down to 1. Ball snap. Lamar Jackson's back to throw. He's looking. He's running out of time. Dancing around back there. And that's going to be completed. And it's not the Flowers, but that is a first down. I should check my prize picks. I forgot to check those things. Aikman trying to explain a play is funny to me. Yeah, Lamar, kind of dancing around back there, wide open. 20-yard line, that's nice right there. All right, so my lineups. Whoa. Dude, I actually might get this. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's running. He got getting a couple. All right, so Jared Goff, passing touchdown. It's 1.5. I took the under. He's got the under. Lamar Jackson, 197.5 passing yards. I took the over. He's got 205. Gibbs, 4 receptions. He's got 4 right now. So if Gibbs gets one more reception and Goff doesn't throw an air touchdown, I win $375, bro. You're dang right, bro. Here we go, Lamar. I know no one cares about my money. Here we go, Lamar Jackson back to throw out a shotgun. Oh, he's scrambling. All right, he's trying to make some dudes miss. He is not going to make any of them miss, and that's going to be a sack. The ball comes out, but they blew that whistle dead before that ball came out. They cannot call that a fumble, I don't think. How does Ravens players tell what Lamar is saying with a mouth guard in? I think after you talk to someone, they're just used to it. Is that what you're saying? Oh, here we go. Lamar's back to throw. Is this a replay? Is he doing it again? No, I think that's a replay. You never know. So, you're reading comments, you look back at the TV, something's happening. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. 3rd down and 13. 10:43 to go in the fourth quarter. He's back to throw. He's got time. He's scrambling. Oh, he's rolling right. He's dancing. He's making people miss. He's not going to do it for long. And he goes down. Oh, my goodness. Luke said, dude, you paused your TV. I was synced. Now I'm ahead 10 seconds due to TV. I did not pause. I'm on YouTube TV. I didn't refresh. I didn't do anything. So I don't know how that happened. YouTube TV is a wild place. I'm watching on YouTube TV as well. All right, so you got Lamar over here. Like, he was making a miss, but, like, how long can you do that? You know, he was over here dodging around, looking for guys to get open. Couldn't find anyone. Good coverage downfield, and just wasn't enough. He almost scrambled away left and could have, got more time. But now it's 4th and 13, 9:56 to go in the fourth quarter, and we have a field goal attempt. I don't know how far this thing is. I'm trying to look here. 41-yard attempt. And the kick is up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's up. It's good. I thought he missed it. I'm all like, aw. So there we go. We have ourselves a 28-24 ball game, 4-point game. Joey says the way the Packers contain Daniels and the Lions are containing Lamar, these mobile quarterbacks might become a thing of the past. Back to field generals and gunslingers. No, I don't think so. I think that there's always going to be a place in the NFL for guys that can make people miss and like run around. I don't think that there's going to be too many guys like Michael Vick where it's like run first, throw second. But even Lamar Jackson, like all these quarterbacks that come out there are kind of running quarterbacks. They kind of like, we got to teach them how to be a pocket quarterback and then use that as well. Like Aaron Rodgers was like that. He was a pocket quarterback, but when he had to run, he had a little bit of wheels. Not Lamar Jackson wheels, but he had some wheels. He can make some stuff happen. So I think there's always going to be a place for that, but you got to have the passing skills first. You know what I mean? You can't just be a running quarterback, which Michael Vick kind of was. And no disrespect about Michael Vick, but, I mean, he could sling it down the field when he needed to. And, like, he had his moments for sure, but he was more known as, like, that running dude. You know what I mean? Nick said, I think the Lions just won. Baltimore D can't stop anything. Yeah, they got 4-point lead right here. We're in the fourth quarter. You know, you'd like to see him go down there and score a touchdown. I know they definitely wanted to, but wasn't meant to be, but here we are. 4-point lead. Let's drink, you know what I mean? Commercials suck, dude. Not my commercials, but the ones on TV. We're on a much smaller budget, too, by the way. Here we go. Go, Pack, go. What's up, Packing Nation, baby? You know what I mean? Appreciate the comments over here. Go, Pack, go. Here we go. I need the Ravens to win. I picked them for my parlay. We need Gibbs to get one more reception, but no matter what happens, Goff cannot get another touchdown. Dude, I got 375 bones on this thing. I don't win very often, I ain't gonna lie to you. But Jared Goff cannot get another touchdown. I took the under on 1.5. And we just need Jamar Gibbs to get one more reception, which I bet is going to happen. You know what I mean? They're probably going to get a reception right here. Well, outside of linebackers that are standing up now, the edge position, there have been defensive adaptations for mobile quarterbacks for sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not as easy as it was. Here we go. We got to the 20, 25. He's at the 30, and he's going to bounce it around to about the 35-yard line is where the Lions are going to start this drive. So here we go. Check out the podcast, the Matt Ramage Show. You know what I mean? We have some guests. You know, we haven't had a guest lately. We need to bring Jimmy on this. We need to get some guests going on this thing. But we're doing Pick'em Show. We're doing all types of good stuff over here on the Matt Ramage Show. Be sure to subscribe. You know, Spotify, Apple, all the places that people listen to podcasts. You can listen to it. You know what I mean? Here we go. We need Goff. He's going to be under center. 1st and 10. Now, I'm rooting for the Baltimore to shut him down, but let's get a reception to Gibbs run one time. We're going to have a run up the middle over here. That's why I don't like betting, because now I know we need to get Gibbs one reception and then just not let Goff get a touchdown. So just one little screen pass. Let's go. 2nd down and 5, 9:15 to go in the fourth. And I will say this, any game that I'm watching and I talk about my prize picks, and if I win, I will do a giveaway every single time the next day. If you had to listen to me talk about my prize picks, and if I win, I will do a giveaway the next day. So root for me, bro. 2nd down and 5. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center to play action, looking to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Intended Who is 18 for the Lions? I think it was, I didn't see who that was. 3rd down and 5, though. You need to get the graphic no whammies from Pressure Look. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying there. But we do need to get that, Mr. Producer. Here we go, 3rd down and 5. Let's do a screen pass right here to Gibbs. Where's Gibbs on this field? Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. Ball at the 40-yard line. He's got a man to his left. Can't see who it is. Was that was a false start on the left tackle. False start. Oh, there's a timeout called? So they called their second charge timeout, but that was a false start on the left tackle. I saw that. What's up, H.E. Soda? Come on, Ravens, D, Packers, and degenerate gambling need you to step up right here. You know what I mean? We're all dependent on you. 3rd down and 5. Here we go. Shout out to everyone popping in on the chat over here. It's a game show that was on the 80s called Pressure Luck. All right, I was born in '79, but I don't remember that one. You know, in the 80s, they didn't really let you watch TV as a kid until they wanted you to watch TV. Otherwise, they were like, "Why are you here? Why are you in the house? The sun's out. Get out of here, kid." 3rd down and 5. Here we go. Ball at the 40-yard line. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's going to have pressure. He's rolling. Now he's running. He tosses it right side. Incomplete. And that's going to be 4th down and 5. 8:42 to go in the 4th quarter. And the Baltimore Ravens shut it down. And I wanted Gibbs just to get one catch, bro. One catch. Dude, I want this. And I don't even want the money. I do want the money too. But I just like to win sometimes. Because I don't win a lot. I love Prize Picks. It's like it's really easy to do, but you have to know stuff too sometimes. Here comes the punt. 8:40 to go. We're going to have ourselves return from the 11-yard line in the Ravens. All right, they got it. He's going to try to bounce this thing 20-yard line. No more blockers. He's going to get to about the 21. Ivan Lars is in the building. Sorry I'm late. Please forgive me. What is up, Ivan? How you doing? Hey, better late than never. You know what I mean? Just tap that like button, Ivan. All right? Don't be stingy with the like buttons, people. Hammer those like buttons. What's up, Luke? He says, I was at M&T Bank Stadium. Dude, I knew what that was. I stumbled my words a little bit. For the Randall Cobb Broken Collar Bowl game. That place gets electric. Yeah. It does. That was a bad game, though. You know what I mean? But why you bring that up? Shannon, my father-in-law was a huge Packers fan. He passed away in 2023. Can you give him a shout-out to Pops? My husband is listening. Big shout-out to Pops. Dude, that's who, like, makes us Packer fans. That's, you remember your childhood and all that. So big shout-out to Pops, doing his job and creating Packer fans, you know what I mean? And probably a legend, you know what I mean? No one is called Pops without being called a legend, without being a legend. Like, no, like, Crummy Dad is called Pops. They're all legends. So shout out to Pops over here. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Shannon. Already did, fella. There we go, Ivan. You know what I mean? Hammering that like button. You know what I mean? There's this dude on Instagram that I follow. I think his name is Johnny. He like goes to like random places and his like wife's with him. He's like, "Hey, what up, gang? Smash the like button." And it's so funny because like he's like making fun of influencers, but like it just embarrasses his wife all the time. It's a brilliant thing. Shout out to that guy. You know what I mean? What's up, Nick? They need to start running Derrick Henry on this tired defense. Yeah. How many attempts does he have in this game? You know what I mean? Absolutely. Shout out to Pops over here. You know what I mean? Show some love to Pops in the chat, baby. Kalina Hoffman, his lights would have went out. I think I missed the first part of that topic. You know what I mean? I got to get that Homer hat. You know what I mean? This is a good hat right here. What do you mean, no more Lamar? What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean by that? He didn't get hurt, did he? What are you talking about? But we do need Jamar Gibbs. All right, so I got that opened up. See, I'm in these group chats talking about I need the Lions to win this game. Don't even text me that stuff. Don't even do that to me. You know what I mean? We go shout to Pops over here. You know what I mean? Everyone's showing love over here to Pops. Hey, shout to your husband too as well. Shout to Pops, and I appreciate y'all listening and watching. I'm just drinking beer, watching football, but absolutely, I appreciate y'all. And Pop's the legend over here, friend of the show, friend of the Matt Ramage show over here. First down and 10, 8:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Just saw a video where Myles Garrett said he beat the O-line so fast that all he could do was yell "Jordan, run," and I couldn't help but laugh. Yeah, dude. That's what it is. When you dominate an offensive line so that bad, like if that's what he said, then I don't blame him. Packers offensive line is horrible. I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? All right, so we have a fumble right here. I was kind of locked in the comments over here. I missed it. So Derrick Henry's over here fighting himself. He throws his helmet so hard he falls on the bench. That's horrible. But all right, so this is very bad for us as Packer fans. So Goff's going to be under center. They're going to get this thing at the 16-yard line. They're running up the middle. Oh, man, and Goff throw a touchdown right here. Dude, I have 375 bones on the line. And I'm saying, hey, you have to root for it. No Goff touchdown and one screen to Gibbs, and then tomorrow there's a giveaway. I'll give away a hat. Actually, I'll give away anything from my store. That's what I'll do. If I win money and I talk about it on a stream, I will give away one item. Could be a hoodie, shirt, hat, whatever you want to do. But here we go. Let's root for it together. That's what I need. I need you. I need your rooting for me. You know what I mean? Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. He's going to run this thing up the middle. Stop him. That's a first down. It's not looking good. See, the Ravens screwed me. The Ravens are screwing me right now. As we speak, the Ravens are screwing me. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah, I missed all these comments about the fumble because I didn't see it. Face mask on the offense. All right. Pick six. Come on, Ravens. Hey, let's get one screen pass to Gibbs first. Can we do one screen pass to Gibbs before the pick six or the turnover? I'd appreciate it. I missed. 7:41 to go in the fourth quarter. This is a good football game right here. It doesn't hurt when you have money on the line and it actually starts to click. I never even pay attention to my prize picks because I don't do the conservative side where it's like if you get 1 out of 4 or 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5, whatever, like you win. You have to get them all because I like to live dangerously, baby. Second down and 22. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Ball at the 28-yard line. He's going to run this thing, hand it off right side. Nothing there, and that's going to be a short gain of about 1. And that was second. So that's third down and 21. So the Ravens defense kind of getting after it. You catch that Doomsday Prepper, Ed? No, I did not. This just in. Matt has a gambling problem. Hey, I'll say I put like $100 on prize pick like one time, and I always, just before I go broke, I win a little bit. So it's always going up and down. I'm not really like shuffling money into it because I'm not addicted to giving my money away. I tell you that much. Third down and 21. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left, slightly behind him. You know what I mean? He's back to throw. He's throwing it right side. He's throwing it incomplete. Fourth down. It's going to be 6:39 to go. And the Lions offense. If you're going to do that, you could have thrown a screen to Gibbs, bruh. Come on. That's a good hat right there, you know what I mean? You're going to want to get yourself one of these hats right here. Homer, we got the MR logo on the back. We got the little snapback right there, you know what I mean? I always was a fitted hat type of guy, but I like to wear these hats, you know what I mean? I feel like it reminds me of my uncles, like when I was a kid. They always had these hats, like these gas station hats. But, you know what I mean? Here comes a field goal attempt for the Lions, and that's going to be up, and that's going to be good. 45-yard field goal, and that's going to be a problem. 31-24. Run the damn screen for Matt already. You know what I mean? They did not miss that kick. Ivan, you know what I mean? You might have had a few too many Pabst Lights, you know what I mean? Lion fans be yelling at their TVs. That was pass interference. All right, we're going to step away here for a minute. We'll be right back. Let's win some money together, you know what I mean? All right, go, Pat, go.
Houston, we have a problem.
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
All righty, we are back. I'm checking out this celebration, a little bowling pins action, you know what I mean? But we don't like to celebrate Cowboys touchdowns. 486 folks watching live across all the places right now. I appreciate you, you know what I mean? And check out the podcast, The Matt Ramage Show. Available everywhere that you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Google. Everywhere that you can think about listening to podcasts, you can listen to mine. Type in The Matt Ramage Show or else a QR code or go to thematramage.com. Find all the links they got over there. And here we go. 6:35 to go in this fourth quarter. And unless the Lions get the ball and throw one screen, which I don't want to have. I'd rather have the Ravens win. But can't we get both? You know what I mean? Here comes the kickoff to the Ravens. They're going to get this thing about the 10-yard line. He's at the 15, 20. He's at the 25. He's trying to cut it up, and then he's going to get about the 31-yard line. We got 6:35 to go. It might have changed since he typed this comment, but about that. Okay, so Stacy was at how much time is left. So about 6:35. When I see the screen, when it pops up here, I'll tell you exactly how much time is left. This is saying 6:35, so I believe the 6:35 is still the actual time. There we go. 6:30 now in the fourth quarter. First down and 10. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. They're at the 31-yard line. He's back to throw. He thought about rolling right, but now the pocket collapses and he goes down to his back. The clock continues to tick. We got one timeout by the Lions and 3 for the Ravens in this ball game. 6:14, 6:13. The clock continues to tick, and I don't like it. Joey said, you would think that all those muscles, it would be impossible to make Henry fumble. The NFL disrespected him too and put a stat line on him that only running back to fumble in all 3 games this season. That's brutal. Here we go. Lamar Jackson for the 25-yard line. He's going to be in shotgun. A man to his left. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got a screen pass off the left side, and he's going to make a few guys miss. He's not going to make anyone miss. But a 4-yard play right there. 5:38 to go. The clock is ticking still. Why are they talking about that? Don't talk about the Packers, all right? Don't talk. We didn't watch Monday Night Football to hear about that. 3rd down and 12. Here we go. Seven-point ball game. 5:14 to go in the game. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's going to have a man to his right. Ball at the 28-yard line. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got pressure. He rolls up in the pocket. Now he's going to try to scamper, and he gets taken down for about a 3-yard gain. Whatever the outcome of this game, it's still going to say same that we lost to the Browns. Yeah, and it's still going to say the Lions lost to the Packers. That's just kind of how this league is. But, like, you beat the Cowboys next week. You keep it moving forward. That Browns game does not matter. It's not a conference game. So go out here, and here comes the punt. 4:29 to go, and the Lions are going to get the ball back. And it's going to be a fair catch. And, dude, the Lions might win this game. But, hey, I couldn't possibly win some money, so let's get this Gibbs screen pass. You know what I mean? Just say Nick Bose. Oh, hang on. Just saw Nick Bose from 49ers tore his ACL. Why do the 49ers always have injuries? McCaffrey, Purdy, Bosa. What's in their water or food? ACLs, when it comes to that's just bad luck, dude. That's just bad luck. But this just didn't matter. It's a gambling problem, you know what I mean? And also, reminder, Tuesday I will not have a live stream. I'm going to go hang out with my buddy Vince over here, the producer. So we're not going to be live streaming, but I'm going to be a guest on a show 7:30 tomorrow. I'm supposed to be on Derailed on the Packernet podcast. JJ Leahy. I don't know why I say it like that. You gotta say it like that. Here we go. Goff's gonna toss this thing left side, and that's gonna be to Gibbs. And I don't know why I didn't throw it to him, but he's gonna run this thing to about the 9-yard line. He's gonna get out of bounds, and that's gonna stop the clock at 4:16. Aaron Littersky, first loss to the Browns since 2005, and we still, I don't know why that disappeared. We still beat the Lions. Pack offense just didn't show up. It wasn't just the Packers offense. Like, that offensive line was horrible, dude. And I'm not taking any, like, people always say, like, I give Jordan Love, whatever, big leash, but, like, that was a bad interception. But that offensive line was just horrible. No time. Here we go. 2nd down and 3. Goff's going to be under center. He's going to run this thing up the middle. And that dude, just throw a freaking screen, dude. Just throw a freaking screen. Come one time. One screen, dude. They're up by 7, they're going to run the ball, but, like, one screen won't kill you. My husband said, thank you, Packer Nation, for the shout-out. You know what I mean? That's what we do. Packer Nation, you know what I mean? We're all one. One big happy family. If you're in my comment section, then you are part of the family. You know what I mean? We're having a good time over here. 3:37 to go in the 4th quarter. Goff's going to be under center. Ball, what are we at? The 41-yard line. He's going to hand this thing off. You know what I mean? I have a feeling they're not going to throw one screen to end this game. That's going to be about a 2-yard gain. The Bears still suck. You know what I mean? I'm really angry about not getting my bet, but when this song comes on, I got to dance. So here we go. You know what I mean? Why is the producer doing this to me? I'm going through it right now, and he's like, he knows. That song comes on, I got to dance. It's like if I see Glazers, I got to eat. You know what I mean? Here we go. 2nd down and 8. 2:53 to go in the 4th quarter. Goff's going to be under 2nd down and 8. And it's going to be another run up the middle. Not a lot there. They're going to get shut down for about, I think that was a good spot for them. That was about a 3-yard gain. Oh, my goodness. I don't think Gibbs is even on the field. Yeah, he's back on the field. Throw a screen. 3rd down. 2:26 to go in the 4th quarter. One screen pass. Wins me $375, and we're doing a giveaway tomorrow. Let's get a Brewers update over here. 3-2 Brewers. Hang on, we got to get back to that. Here we go. Goff's he's changing some stuff. He was in shotgun. All right, he's making some moves. All right, so Gibbs is going to be to his left. It's 3rd down and 5. Play clock's down to 2. He's back to throw. Throw it to Gibbs. He throws it to Gibbs. Oh, my goodness. And that's going to be a reception for Gibbs, baby. And that's what we needed. And I wanted the Lions to lose, but, like, dude, if they ain't going to lose, let me win. Let me win something. We're going to do a giveaway tomorrow. Actually, I should do a giveaway on my next watch party. So just the people in the watch party get to be in it, because that's who, that's who I'm rocking with. So this giveaway should just be for the watch party people. So I think I'm going to try to figure this out, how we can do a giveaway either Thursday or even like on the Packers stream or whatever, do a giveaway so just the people in the watch party get to be part of it, you know what I mean? Because that's why, that's who's rooting for me. Let me just check my prize picture right here, make sure I wasn't wrong. Oh, hang on. Dude, so all we need is Goff to not throw a touchdown. And I win $375 with a $25 bet. All right, so they just cannot throw a touchdown, which why would they? You know what I mean? All right. I just saw that private chat there, Vince. I don't know what's going on. All right, so now they have to shut them down. Don't let them score a touchdown. I don't think that they're gonna be trying to throw it too much. I'm pretty excited, dude. This will be the biggest win of the season for me on Prize Picks. I did pretty good in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, I did pretty good. Actually, carried me for the whole season so far. All right, here we go. Go, Pack, go. What is up, John? I'm gonna get to the throw it back. Throw me a hat. Spruce? I know Spruce. Here we go. This just in. Goff knows Matt wants money. He will throw a touchdown this drive. You better not, dude. I'm telling you. If Goff does not throw a touchdown this drive, we are doing a giveaway for the Packers live stream. We'll pick a random person during the live stream. Maybe we'll even get like some kind of wheel spinny thing. Maybe we'll do that. We'll figure something out. For all the people, Stacy, Ivan, all the people, Jonathan's over here, John over here. We have some good people over here in the chat. Joey has been here most of the night, I think all night. You know what I mean? Luke in the building. I want to do a giveaway if I win. For the folks in the live stream, it's 4th down and 2, 1:56 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Lions are coming up here on the offense. On 4th down, they're about midfield, just short of midfield. Goff's going to be under center. He's got St. Brown in motion. Now they're going to try to play action. Now he's looking to throw. He's throwing it right side, and he's got his man, oh my goodness, to the 30-yard line. And that's a big-time first down for the Lions, and that might be the dagger. But there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. Is that coming back? It doesn't seem like it the way that looks to everyone. That penalty decline is on the defense. Oh, my goodness. Just give us all a T-shirt. What are they, like $30 to $40? No, I think the shirts are, what are they, 30? I think they're 25, 30. I don't know. There we go. So hopefully now they're down to the 30-yard line. Not a lot of time left. The Lions are going to win this game. That's just what it is. Just let them run this thing down. That was a big pass to St. Brown. Big win by the Lions right here. 31-24 over the Ravens right now. Unless something crazy happens, the Lions are going to win this game.
Inconceivable!
But if Goff throws a touchdown, I swear I'm going to destroy my whole studio. Just run the ball. 31-yard line. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. They're going to hand this thing off up the middle. They're going to bounce it right side, and that's going to be a first down. He's still on his feet, and that's going to be a touchdown to Montgomery. And the Lions take the big-time lead, and that will ensure that Goff does not throw a passing touchdown. Oh, my goodness. The Lions blow it up. In the fourth quarter, the last 2 minutes, 37-24. Green Bay, Parsons, or Victory Monday. Yeah, what I will do on this particular giveaway, which we will do during the Packers stream, whoever wins gets to choose anything from the store. Hoodie, shirt, hat, beer mug, koozie, whatever, sticker, whatever they want. Anything from the store. One thing, hoodie, whatever. Because I want a little bit of money. I want to share. I feel like you guys are rooting with me. But you got to be tuning in for the Packers stream on Sunday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers. We'll figure out the details. Here comes the extra point. It's going to be up. It's going to be good. But, this game ain't over yet. But the Lions, they got this victory for sure. I can't imagine a situation where Goff throws another touchdown, up 38-24. Ivan's got all of them, you know what I mean? This hat right here I like. And I wore this hat on purpose today just to let everyone know. After that L, the Packers caught, I'm still rocking with them. I'm still homering up over here, you know what I mean? Usually I wear the hats backwards for live streams. I feel like this overshadows, my beauty. You know what I mean? I like to let everyone see the beautiful face, you know what I mean?
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. They really, 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 really suck. Yes, the Bears still suck.
There we go. I'm trying to order it. Ivan, I can hook you up, you know what I mean? I'll buy a new one, give you this sweaty one. You know what I mean? 1:42 to go in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Is it spruce? Do you mean the color? I see people saying Spruce Road. There's a town nearby named Spruce. We're gonna have a touchback over here, kickoff in the end zone. I think so. I don't know for a fact. It's like that navy blue color. You know what I mean? It's like that throwback Packers color. But yeah, Spruce might be the color for that. It might just be. Do you really work at Wisconsin Sausage? No, I work at a Wisconsin cheese factory though. I can't say which one. They might not want me to tell you. But I work at a cheese factory, and I have for over 20 years, like 23 years, working at the old cheese factory over there, slinging that string cheese, baby, you know what I mean? Here we go. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's throwing deep left side, and it's going to be incomplete, throwing out of bounds. He is not happy with that. My wife just heard that you would hook me up. Yeah, I mean with merch. You know what I mean? I'll give you a hat. I got the hookup, Ivan. First of all, you bought more merch than anyone's bought from my store, including myself, probably. So I definitely got the hookup. That's all I got the hookup on for, Ivan. Don't be weird about it. You want the hookup on the cheese? You know what I mean? Here we go. 2nd down and 10. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They're going to try to do something over here. He's back to throw. He's got pressure. He's rolling nowhere. He goes down for the sack. Big time sack. Down to the 13. He couldn't find anything downfield, and the Lions come up. And the Lions are going to win big in this ball game. And the Ravens are going to fall to 1-2 on the season. The Lions are going to pop up to 2-1. And my bank account's going to flourish just a little bit. You know what I mean? Actually, I might do more than just one giveaway. I might do a couple of giveaways. I might give away one. Oh, here we go. We got the podcast plug over here. Oh, yeah. But first of all, we got Lamar Jackson back to throw. He's looking. He's going to dump this thing off middle of the field. He passed the 30 to the 28. He's still running. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. But also check out the podcast. You know what I mean? 7 sacks is wild. You know what I mean? It is. 51 seconds to go in this ball game. We're all over the place. I forgot what was going on here. When is your next live stream? I'm going to be live tomorrow night doing the Pick'em show. All right, we're going to be picking all the NFL games. Maybe I'll have a guest with me. Maybe I'll be alone.
Negative, Matt. I have to interrupt you. That'll be Wednesday. Tomorrow night, you're a guest on another show.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday. It's Monday right now. Tuesday, I will not be live. So Wednesday, I will do the Pick'em show. Here we go. We got toss left side, and that's going to be completed. Yeah, tomorrow night, I'm not doing a stream.
Stacy, forgive him. That's why I'm here to correct him.
I've been drinking a little bit, you know what I mean? No, but Wednesday will be my next show. I will be doing a stream every single day, Monday through Friday, and then Sundays as well. But this week, Tuesday, I will not. I'm going to meet the producer, Vince. We're going to go hang out by Lambeau Field over there, do some stuff. And then also tomorrow night, I'm going to be on someone else's stream. We're going to be on, I think it's the Packernet podcast over at JJ Leahy. on this stream over there. But here we go. Lamar Jackson back to throw. He's looking. He's running up. He's got people chasing him behind. He's past the line of scrimmage. He's got to do something, and he does nothing. And that's going to be about a 3-yard gain. He gets kicked out of bounds. Well, I appreciate you, Stacy. You know what I mean? You are absolutely the best. You are absolutely the best, Stacy. You're always over here hanging out. I appreciate everyone who hangs out with me doing this stuff. It's a lot of fun. Would be kind of boring if I was by myself, though. You know what I mean? Tuesday, I'm at what do I even say? Tuesday, I'm at a Georgia concert. Yeah, I'm not streaming Tuesday anyways. But you know who is streaming Tuesday? The Green Bay guy, 7:30 p.m. Central Time over on Facebook, YouTube. So check out the Green Bay guy. My friend, my buddy. He does some good stuff. He tried to stream at the same time as me. Like, what are you doing, bro? Is that Michael Jordan? Sad face emoji? Here we go. 2nd down and 7. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. Where are they going to be? About the 27-yard line. 35 seconds to go. He's back to throw. They got pressure immediately. He throws it left side. Wide open to Andrews. He cuts it upfield. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens. And that's going to cut it 38-30 here in the 4th quarter. And that's not going to be enough. They're going to go for 2, though. Ben is absolutely a good dude. You should check him out every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. The Green Bay guy is live. My parlay hit on Goff's last pass, dude. Yeah, I got mine, dude. Unless Goff throws a touchdown right here, because I took the under. He is at 1.5. I took the under. I got Gibbs last reception on that last drive on the screen. We got I forgot the other ones, but dude, I hit it 375, baby. We're gonna do some giveaways on game day. I'm going to give it back to the people. 4th quarter, 29 seconds to go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun. Now he's got an empty backfield. He's going to run it right side. Now he's going to throw it. No, he's not. Yes, he is, and that's going to be incomplete. But I think there might be a flag on the play, and there is. Oh, yeah, I definitely lost in fantasy. Lamar Jackson did nothing for me. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing, but he didn't do enough. He needed like 60 points, so I had high expectations. Ineligible receiver downfield. Okay, penalties off. They had 2 penalties, so penalties offset. But we're sitting at 38-30. I don't know why I'm looking at the scoreboard right here. We have a beautiful scoreboard right here on the screen. You know what I mean? Look at that scoreboard. The producer hooked up. You know what I mean? That looks like the official scoreboard. Like no. Here we go. Lamar Jackson's going to be in shotgun, empty backfield. He's back to throw. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Incomplete. Out of the back of the end zone. Just a bad throw. And that was just bad. 29 seconds to go. This was a good game. You know what I mean? You know why I think it's a good game? I won $375 in this game. That makes every game a little bit better, doesn't it? Not like I'll ever take that money out. I'll gamble it again. I'll lose it. But that's what I'll do. Shout out to Prize Picks, though. You know what I mean? I'll post it tomorrow like I'm a genius. No one sees the losses. Just show the wins. I'll be like, look at me and look how smart I am. I appreciate you, Ivan. You know what I mean? Appreciate you. Yeah, so everyone tune in for the Packers, Cowboys. Sunday Night Football, we're going to do some giveaways. Probably more than one. I think I might do like 3. I might do like 1 big giveaway, and then I do 2 little ones. Maybe one I give away a hat or a beer mug. I want to give away a sticker. We have like 3 places, you know what I mean? I think I can manage that. Spread the winnings around a little bit. Give it back to the people. Because I know you're all rooting for me, right? You weren't rooting against me. If you were rooting against me, don't be part of the giveaway. 507 folks watching live across all the places. I appreciate 2 people over on the Twitch machine. I like that. So here we go. 29 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Monday Night Football. Lions up 38-30. And the Ravens are going for the onside kick. Can they get it? The ball's a nice onside kick, but the Lions are going to get this thing. 27 seconds to go. The Ravens have 2 timeouts. So as long as the Lions don't throw a touchdown, I think we're in good shape. What is up, Deb? She says, happy you won some money, Matt, but mad the Lions won. Have a good night. Get some sleep. See you Sunday night. Go Pack, go. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. I'm glad I won some money, but yeah, I would have rather the Lions lost than win that money, because I'm not gonna do nothing good with it. I'll just gamble it away. But have a good night, Deb. Hope to see you Sunday night. We're gonna have a good time. Goff kneels this thing, and this game is gonna end over here. And that's how it goes. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jonathan over here. Shout out to Stacy. Ivan is in the building. Joey was over here. And we got. I'm trying to scroll up here. Iowa Joe. I don't think I got to that comment over there, Iowa Joe. But shout out to you. Luke has been with us all night. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Shout out to Shannon, her husband, and Pops. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all watching this thing with me. We're gonna wrap it up. We got the fireworks to end the show. Go Pack, go. The Packers are coming Sunday Night Football to take down the Dallas Cowboys. Don't let them tell you to doubt it, because it's happening. Don't let the Browns loss confuse you what's going on in Packerland. The Green Bay Packers are going to come out here and stomp out the Dallas Cowboys and get the streak rolling, baby. We are out of here. Thanks for watching.